recording has started, and shall we has a recap? Also, I have tried to make some alterations to this town map so that it does not run like shit.
Oh, thank you.
It should run a little better than it has been.
Oh, great.
Maybe.
Thank, thank you much.
Um, I can do a recap. I remember.
You remember.
We went in, we discovered the Aura, had a bunch of Shining Crusade heroes buried there, and also is the best out of combat sanctuary we have found in this campaign. And we were talking about having Kovira familiarize herself with that area so that could be our emergency teleport location, maybe forever. It's really good in there. And then we heard a bunch of fireballs and shit at the start. Or I'm sorry, whenever we left the Aura, and then we buffed ourselves to Mars and ran across town to get involved and hopefully kill whoever won the three-way or the fight between
Mm.
the Demon Wolves and the Whispering Way. We arrived to see the Demon Wolves running away with their tails literally between their legs. I think most of them probably killed. Whispering Way seems to have somebody with a big gun, or a gun was fired, and then the Demon Wolves ran away right after that. The Whispering Way is holed up in a mansion on the southwest part of town, and there's just too many of them. There's just too many of them. They have too much undead, they have too much muscle. We cannot deal with them alone. So I think we came to the general consensus that we would need to talk to the demon wolves to try and figure out some way to harm these fuckers, because that's too much beef for the 8 of us. We cannot handle that. I think it's where we were. I think we were literally just standing on the west side of town after both forces withdrew. And yeah, the demon wolves went to the east and the cult went to the southwest. I think that's all that happened.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like just like a fragment of the cult, like a little group of them, or is that like the whole body that we've been following?
I don't
If that makes
actually.
sense.
I think it's the second. I don't know how, like, what percentage of the cult as a whole is here in Feldgrau, but I'm pretty sure that most or all of the group that we've been chasing for the last 2 years of real
Mm-hmm.
time is in this little manor down here to the southwest. Because we saw, I wrote it down somewhere. We saw like oh no, 5 or 6 wizards. They have a char giant, which is a big fire giant. They have more giants that throw corpses. There's like a significant amount of undead being controlled here, and we saw 5 or 6 wizards levitating up the cliff. So most of their muscles here, because we thought we were chasing a group of like
Small,
10,
yeah,
8 or 10 necromancers.
yeah. All right. Just wondering.
Yeah, that was a good question.
I wasn't sure if if we thought that was, despite the size of the group, still a
I
little satellite.
I think this is most of them. I'm hoping this is most of them, because if they show up with another 5 or 6 wizards and 40 undead, we're in a real fucking pickle. It's not
Yeah.
gonna matter who we talk to if that happens.
Well, there's only so much magic I can dispel.
There's just so many extra targets.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I think the World War II analogy is still pretty apt. The demon wolves of the Soviet Union and we're the allies, and that's Nazi Germany. Like, demon wolves are a bunch of bad dudes, and by all reports, pretty shifty. But they're all we've got. So I think we should try to go find them.
Yeah, down. Said they went west.
East, they went east,
Oh,
and
God,
the
I
cult
swear I
went
wasn't.
southwest.
Okay. Get my notes out.
Uh, how is everybody on spells? We didn't do much other than buff to space today, right?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty spent on spells though.
Uh,
Let me look.
and we
You're
cast
alright.
like. You're all right. You're
Yeah.
all right, girl. Okay.
I've only
And
used
we
2 so
cast
far.
2. Okay.
Mhm.
So
I
most.
cast
Yep.
about all the buff spells. All that I
Oh.
carry is pretty much buff spells, and I cast pretty much all of them.
Yeah, are these all. Okay.
How long do we
What
have left on
numbers
the
do we
buffs?
do?
Minutes.
Most of them are, yeah, I say most of them are either going down or ready to go down.
Damn. Okay. Or I'm gonna turn up our AC real quick.
It's hot. Is it truly 7 a.m. as it says in the bottom left right there?
I think so. I don't think
Okay.
I've messed with that.
Okay. Well, I think the most responsible thing to do, and I'm open to suggestions here, is we don't want to follow the demon wolves right now. So they're probably a little keyed up. And also all of our buffs will wear down by the time we run into them. And I don't trust them that much. So I think we go back to the Ara and take a nap. And after everyone has napped, it should be like 1 in the afternoon. Something like that. And then we can go try and find him and talk to him.
Yeah, as long as we can catch up to him.
Okay.
Good idea.
The tracks will be 6 hours older, but I don't think that'll be too hard. Also, they flew, so they didn't really leave any tracks.
Correct.
Alright, we go back to the unnamed tomb.
Cap, I forgot the password and where the door was. How we get back in?
I wrote it down.
Okay.
Roll perception
read-
against yourself.
40
If I can-
perception.
See. Oh yeah, my notes are great. Denvaya made a special door, DC 40, to find it. Didn't write down where it was.
Nah, it's in the granary. It's in the granary.
Oh, yeah. Is it behind the rugs still? It's where the original door
Yes,
was.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I just fixed it and made it better.
All
I
right.
didn't realize you were hiding it from us. Whoops. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the room where the Halo music is always playing.
Ah, nice.
Alfred's gonna do more prayer.
Here he goes.
Sorry about that.
Question I have for you, Cap. This mission to go meet with the demon wolves. Who's gonna go on that? First question. Second question, do you want me to go on that? Third question, if not, do you want me to stay and craft some items? Because if we're getting into a big boy battle, some item upgrades might not be a bad idea, depending on our cash flow.
I know we talked about not everybody going, but I think everybody should go. Because, I mean, we need to have Kate. Kate knows the
Yeah,
most
she
about them.
for sure has to go.
And
Agreed.
I don't think
Danger
Anybody-
for diplomacy.
danger for diplomacy.
No, he can sit back.
All of our sneaky people would be useful, depending on how this meet goes, how we want to set this up. I will go and represent the Marshal Service.
Can I interject for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I know you guys had
course.
mentioned it's part of this too. Like I know you guys had mentioned I should just like really study this place. Since we have other sneaky folks, would it make I'm not trying to like take myself out of content obviously, but would it make sense for me to stay back and kind of get started on that, or is it implied like while we're here or when we rest, or like how do I like declare it and when is best to do it?
The chart is based on how familiar you are with the location. Very familiar is a place where you have been often and feel at home. This place you already feel at home. Studied carefully, you've definitely already studied this carefully. You've slept here once, and if you rest here again, you'll definitely be well into that. You're way past seen casually and viewed once. You are, because this place is designed for what you're doing, for a person like you are already at very familiar for this location.
Oh, great.
And you will find, actually make me a spellcraft check. You can roll piss and not know. Anybody that buys
I don't know.
spellcraft can roll.
What a piss roll.
Dinvaya
Oh,
piss,
another one.
Kovira
Oh
piss, Kate
my
piss,
I know how
Really?
spells work.
Elfric
Get it out of the way
piss.
now before we go into combat, you know.
Mine should be no, actually that's accurate.
I don't think mine is calculating correctly.
You have a 6 spellcraft, Lieutenant?
Yeah, mine's not calculating.
Excellent. Awesome.
Okay.
Tim, you got your Discord open?
Yeah.
Well, since all of the people who went to actual fucking college rolled piss, dog shit, poop, you now get to be fucking spellcraft splained by
Oh my
William
God.
Gaspar.
The fighter.
Right.
Better not start with well, actually.
This is what Gaspar reasons out from the rune work around the place, Tim. It's on your Discord messages.
Okay. It looks like they designed this place specifically so that it would be very, very easy to get familiar with this place and teleport here if you were a good aligned caster, and it would be really, really hard to teleport in here if you were a dick. So this really just is the best place ever. So Kavira should have an easy time teleporting here, and I think even if like the Whispering Way had a fight with us in here, they would find it difficult to teleport to this location.
Sweet.
Especially because they would be dead.
Indeed. Okay, good to know. Tim, I know I cut you off a while ago, but continue. I just wanted to make sure that we were allocating.
I was just gonna say,
Accordingly.
I appreciate that because I definitely want to be able to get back here in a hurry. But no, we should bring everybody. We're a team, and this is a bad part of the country that we're in right now. Like the actual Nazis we've been chasing for years are here, and we're about to talk to some people that we don't really trust. We need everybody. If it gets real greasy, we're gonna have Kovira teleport 3 people out, and we're gonna have Elfrip start damnation striding people across town at high speed. So stay in a little huddle around your designated caster.
Yeah, having people is a good idea. There's a non-zero chance he just tries to, bite my head off. So
Yeah, this is a dude that punched a greater vampire to death. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna take everybody.
I volunteer to
Especially
be super
Dinvaya.
sneaky.
Yes, sneak with me.
All right. Also, it looks like based on the rune work here, if we ever had a captive undead, like if we get one of those sort of half undead Whispering Way gooners tied up and bring them in here, like this place might just kill them. Like the
Oh, wow.
constant positive energy might just erode them and they would just die.
Well, that's
Jesus,
perfect because
sorry.
then it's
I found that funny.
It may also
Yeah, but,
negatively affect the demon wolves. That would be some interesting torture. You bring a lich down here and you just like zap him with negative energy so he won't die, but this place slowly eats at him.
if I
Anyway, I didn't say that out loud, right?
That's pretty dark.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Guantanamo Aura.
no
Mm.
new episode. Well, no, we probably can't.
There's the real difference between Pharasmites and Serenites right there.
Yeah, you're not wrong, buddy. Okay, I guess we nap now. This is the best place ever. We put Danger on watch. I'm going to bed.
Okay. Danger. It's just called Danger Watch.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while you're all asleep, he slowly walks around the place. smacking a nightstick against his hand and against the wall. Clickety clack. Clickety clack.
Miss Trunchbull.
Elfrip's definitely muttering his prayers in his sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I had a mouthful of bread, but does Elfrip use the relax you every night, even though he does not need to? He just likes it.
He doesn't have enough batteries to use it every night.
Oh,
Yeah.
He really can only use it when he needs to rest quickly.
I'll buy you some new batteries, buddy. I got 95 silver.
Oh. That's okay, Mr. Gaspar. You keep your money. It pats you on the hand.
Oh, thanks. Here's my good hand.
Go out and
All
buy
right.
yourself something nice, like a grenade.
Blow yourself up.
Are we
Is
all
anyone
killed
else
on
seeing
watch?
two Kates?
Yeah, I think it's just actually
Pretty quiet.
it changed Dismas's token to Kate. I
Wow.
don't know what mod is doing that, but I'll
Turn him
find
into
it.
a werewolf.
I'll find it.
It's to teach him some lessons about
Ah.
some things.
A Tale of Two Kates. There were two wolves inside Kate, and now the wolves are spreading.
Yeah, that one's
Oh.
just Tibor. He's manifested a body for himself now.
God. Well, Dismas could do worse than Tibor.
Do all of our buffs effectively come down at this point? for
Yeah.
napping? Oh, yep.
Pretty
yes,
quiet.
yes.
You guys rest for a solid 6 hours. So if your buff lasts longer than 6 hours, it may still be up.
Oh, yes, let's see.
You can sleep in your mage armor. Mm.
Oh yeah, that was not the most comfortable night of sleep.
Slept in your chain armor.
Yeah. I mean, I look cool. They're cooler than my jammy jams, but kind of stiff.
Jammy jams.
Jammy jams.
Would electricity and fire protection still be up?
They would be
Technically?
down.
Nah.
They would
And
be
if
down.
you had
Okay.
potion buffs, those should also be down.
Okay, cool.
I think
But-
Super Bless and Mage Armor are probably the only things still up.
Mm-hmm. Overland Flight.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that's
that's
gonna-
hilarious!
Overland Flight is one of my favorite
10 out.
spells in the entire game.
Oh, I'm thrilled to have it.
They just fly all the time.
Hang on. I'm Jimmy Neutron brain blasting. You could cast Overland Flight while you're on watch at night and then wake up and just be flying in the morning.
Yeah.
But that would
Definitely
mean you
cast
had...
it at bedtime, and you wake up.
Yeah.
You don't even have to pay to stand up if you're attacked on watch. You just float off the ground like a fucking vampire.
What is it, like a 4th level spell? Like you could just...
It's a big
Or
spell
fifth.
slot. Yeah.
So if you have an extra 4th or 5th level spell at night, you would Arcane in the Membrane,
Burn it.
switch it to Overland Flight, and then cast it at night, and then you just have an extra 4th level spell slot the next day.
Yeah.
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 5th.
5th, thank you.
Sorry, yes.
And then you use that on a, I don't know, a upscaled glitter dust. Alright.
Dark glitter dust.
Josh is remembering the level of that spell because old Brennan Iron Gods has been flying for about 8 months.
Yep. I was gonna say.
He is 14th and he casts it twice a day.
Yep.
So-
Your buff will be down in approximately 18.
No, it won't. All right, you're rested. You are protected down here. What do you do?
The drag marks. We need to get east of town without being attacked by the cult.
Um.
They seem pretty occupado with dicking around in the south part of town, so if we don't give them, like, the easiest target ever, I think they may leave us alone, right?
Then should we consider moving in silence? Like under silence? Or no?
Yeah, like you wanna, like we run across town in a
We'd have to
silent spell.
Yeah, we'd have to stay pretty close together, but yes. And then I'm assuming we'd want like greater undead on as well, just in case, since they roll with those guys.
Mhm.
Can we see the big map, please?
The big map.
The map of the town, rather. Which way did those flying doggies go?
Flying doggies, you say? They went. The fight was kind of here, in the middle of the town. That is literally the color of puke. What the hell, Foundry? Okay. And they went this way.
Okay, how far did we see them get before they disappeared from sight? I think we had a couple people who were flying, but not that high. We had people who were flying like 20 feet off the ground.
You recall them launching high into the air, 70 or 80 feet, and then as soon as they cleared the nearest row of buildings, they dove and flew at street level to avoid being watched. Which way they went out of town.
Damn.
Their
Smart
last
doggies.
bearing was east.
Okay.
Kate,
Hmm.
knowledge local, please.
Yeah, I have a werewolf question for Kate.
What is it?
Yeah, what's your werewolf question?
I mean, you know, werewolves have such incredible scent-based perception. Is there any scent that whenever you smell it, you're like, "Oh, that's like the smoke 'em peace pipe, I'm here to talk" smell. Like, you know,
Mhm.
like they got anything like that?
Can I roll for that, or would I just know?
We'll keep it in your 32 because I was
Yeah.
rolling a general knowledge of the clans. You don't know for sure about the demon wolves, but you know that the broken ones, silver fangs, all of the really living in the woods clans have a lot of protocols, and any one of the clans would be very hard for an outsider that doesn't have a really great sense of smell and an excellent knowledge of the area. It'd be very hard for you to ever find them. It's part of the reason
Right.
the cult went to Estovion. They knew he'd know how to contact one of the clans.
Mhm.
And they would never find the clans, or you'd never find the werewolf you mean to find if you just went wandering in Shudderwood. So
Right.
they flew east. In your mind, that means it's not all that likely that they are east. And on foot, they have far more speed than bipedal beings. When they're flying, they have even more speed. So they have, your people, the werewolves, have the gift of movement, and they use it
Mhm.
in their own defense. They will, if they were running on foot, they would have definitely run away from their safe haven for a while
Right.
so as to not
Throw
lead
that
you back
stuff.
to it. Then, if they were on foot, they would have run over a very hard, difficult to track surface at a lower speed so they didn't leave any nicks or cuts or scratches. They would have counter-tracked.
Right.
And all that said, the clans can always find each other in the wood because of the sense of smell.
Mhm.
You get within a few 100 feet or even half a mile downwind of a clan of werewolves, you know it. And they also leave markings. They claw trees and pee on things. They
Me
have
too,
a
but
system.
They do, don't
Yeah.
they?
So that would be the method of finding them is that scent tracking.
Yeah. And the Blackwoods are notoriously nose deaf, not great at having a super sense of smell. Too much city living, smoking cigarettes and living by sewers and people. People mess with your sense of smell, but you guys do have it. And then, of course, you don't know about the demon wolves, but the Volensog are huge and they're just living in fully canine bodies. So they can smell blood, intruders, strangers. If they're downwind, they know about you from miles.
Wonderful.
Survival check, tracker people.
Hey, you me, Kai. We ain't got no danger today.
Is there something that I should be rolling for that type of thing when it's the wolves because of those reasons? Like, I don't know.
I've been using knowledge local just because
Okay, but like
you're
for
good at it.
survival, I mean, like
Oh, well, you could. Are you? Is she good at survival?
I have a plus
Actually,
7.
that's not bad. But for you, I mean, but that actually suits a Blackwood. You know names and places and history and knowledge and people and dispositions and things like that better than you know. Well, the broken ones smell like pine needles, and the demon wolves smell like sulfur and piss. Those are things that the Blackwoods are less interested in. But you can always roll survival when they are. You'll just give them a plus.
Okay.
Currently, you got a 39. Looking around just where you've been so far, due to days and days of rain, you're not seeing werewolf tracks. Plus, with what you just saw, these wolves can fly. Some of them.
Unreal.
The tracks you see in the street that aren't obscured by the rain are just the general mud pits created by a lot of traffic, small feet, human-sized traffic, and then the giants leave footprints that are still visible after days of rain. They leave big pits.
Maybe we could go into the woods and they would find us.
Yeah. There's no way they haven't already sniffed. Yeah.
If it weren't for this aura, we may have run into them already.
Mm-hmm. We said a trap, not trap. Wait for them to come to us.
We could go. See, they're probably not east. And I think that there's only, like, if you're gonna approach Feldgrau, it's either from the south, or the way we came in, or across a really, really wide open field to the north.
Mm-hmm.
And the cult's on the dang south side. Maybe they's across that big field to the north. We probably didn't walk right past them. I think they would have said something about that.
Yeah, you
Also,
guys
they
came
were
in
undead over there.
from up here.
You check it out.
Yeah, maybe they're like north across that big ass field.
Yeah.
What's that arrow? Is that how we came in?
That's where Cephas came from. Okay.
Is there enough forest to the northeast for 20 werewolves to hide in?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to the big map. If you can fly and you're a fast little person, this whole area here is probably your playground. This is a like 50-mile diameter. Regular wolves that don't fly can have 50-mile territories or larger if they're a big pack. And they like that size of territory because they can detect enemies in that big of an area and they can move across it quickly.
Now, Uvrip can fly, and he's super duper stealthy and perceptive.
Yeah, if you did want like stealthy flyers to kind of try to see if they could go ahead and like scope where they're hanging out, we could always do that option first. But if time is of the essence, or that idea is not good, then
No, it's a great idea.
that's all Anna, Alfred, Anfred.
Yeah, if you guys want to be kind of stealthy and fly around and try to make first contact, I can't do any of those things. But you guys can. Maybe you can arrange a meet.
I was even thinking too, if we go ahead, then we can at least come back and be like, "Hey guys, they're over there."
That's what I was also thinking
Yeah.
too. I'm not the most
Yeah.
diplomatic, so
Elfrip is
Or
not
current.
either, and I
Yeah.
suspect they will look at Elfrip and think of him as Snack Grip. Snack Grip.
it's quite possible.
They will.
Yeah.
They
Let's
suck.
Yeah,
have,
can confirm.
we'll have the whole stack go to this area up here that we were talking about, to the north. And
Yeah.
we'll have the flyers overhead looking for stuff, scouting around, big satellite.
Yeah, if you just tell us like a radius from where you guys drop back, then we could just do like a 10-mile radius, 4-mile, whatever makes sense.
You guys are up on the surface looking around town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the unnamed tomb, the granary. Once it's
Yeah.
on the hill, you can look over most of the city from the granary. Can't see up onto the southwest or southeast plateau, but you can see a lot of the city from the granary. You can roll perception rolls, visual based, long range stuff helps.
Natural 20. Roll
Damn.
out.
Very nice.
Thanks.
It's a big one.
Kovira, you have the spyglass still, unless you want to give it back to me.
If we can enhance it, I mean, here, hold on.
Kovira, what was
No, I'm just
yours?
saying you have it.
Oh,
It'll
see.
help your long range perception. So I'm writing you.
I think I remember you guys mentioning this earlier, but I've checked my inventory and I do not see.
I didn't physically give it to you. We
had
just
the-
have to remember you have it.
Okay.
So that's why I'm constantly reminding you that you do have it.
Okay,
Well-
I'm gonna put that in my notes because we definitely had this conversation last time. Okay.
Kate, there's so many puddles, so much rain, so much background noise. And the group is standing around discussing, looking across town. Everyone's on the ground, right? No one's flying at the moment.
Yeah.
Nope.
Or at least not of any real altitude, like 10 feet or less. Let me know if you get above the trees for any reason. The puddles outside the granary, you catch a ripple. And you catch it again.
Oh, Jesus.
Boy.
Heavy things moving around. As you look south across the city, you think, God, if they're causing tremors this far away, they must be relatively close. Somewhere like center of town.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't see them from here because there are enough still standing tall buildings over there that you don't see the cause of the ripples.
We'll
That's
relay that.
with your 37.
Yeah. We'll point that direction out to the team.
Okay. Kovira, you look with the spyglass, but at low elevation, below the treetops. You just see treetops and buildings.
Yeah.
You could go invis and fly up a little higher. You're surely beyond the range of their life sense.
Life sense is almost always 30 feet or less. It's very close range.
Yeah.
If you guys ever meet an undead that has a better life sense radiance than that, it would be noteworthy. And Cephus would probably write a book about it and be famous amongst the other Pharasman undead nerds. You would have found, the megalodon shark, and they'd be like, wow, that's incredible.
like Elfrip right now. I don't know if that's the case for anyone else.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I see it
I
too.
do.
Yep.
You're cute.
What the heck?
I mean, you look super cool, Miss Chimera.
Yeah.
Yeah, the macros I wrote to. I tried to fix the problem of Kate and Elfrip's tokens constantly changing back, and what I've managed to do is cause their tokens to spread like a disease. Cool.
Neat.
Yeah. You turn and realize that Kate's turned the entire party into werewolves without you noticing.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You can
I
run
mean, shit.
faster now.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
that
imagine
would
our
make-
stat block.
That would make this encounter a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Lepstud track
30.
team.
30 AC without shield right now, so, have it.
Yeah. We've got a 58 survival check. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Making sure of cast stuff that.
You are visually invisible. You have a shield spell. You can see invisible. Anything else?
That's it.
Is that invisibility to regular people or invisibility to undead?
It's just a regular, so I actually would like to put my undead invisibility on as well.
Well, Tim's point about blind sense does stand.
Yeah.
Unless the
So,
undead
like-
is within 30 feet of you, they are using regular eyeballs.
Yeah.
Okay. I might as well have an undead on me.
Yeah. If there's someone looking across town with true sight that can see beyond 120 feet,
Yeah.
be very afraid of that.
Yeah, that would be less than ideal.
There's a type of devil that the Hell's Vengeance people know really well that has permanent, awesome, extra range true sight.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, they were up all
200
night
prison.
balancing that shit.
And guess what she has? A bow and all the bow feats. So,
What if I
hide
drank
from
a
undead?
potion?
How high do you want to go? Oh, you want a
Um,
potion?
Well, I have a potion of non-detection, but I'm reading the.
That's from scrying.
Oh. Oh, darn
They
it.
would have to be looking for you already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Great
I
potion.
go. Yeah, no, it's a good one. I've been holding on to it for a rainy day. Up 50 feet.
Okay.
Reduced
Roll
all
perception
cost.
again. And you do have Dinvia's spyglass.
Yes. Was Elfrip coming with me or no?
He does not have 7 different layers of invisibility that you have
Yeah,
right now,
fair enough.
so that would defeat the purpose of all that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I tend to be very, fiery.
Yep.
Yeah.
It attracts attention.
Speaking of attracting attention, should I also roll for stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, going in.
You take the spyglass, put all these prep spells on. You gently float up right next to the trunk of a tree, weaving slowly, quietly between the branches until you get to the top of the tree. You sweep the entire tree line. You look up at the sky. You sweep each sort of hemisphere, northeast, northwest, southwest, southeast, looking to see if there's anything cruising over the city. And from there, 30 feet up in the top of this tree, you float a further 20 feet up and look across the city with the spyglass. And you don't see anything at first, but the direction Kate pointed, you see something moving on a street 10 blocks south. You see something move past, and you realize you're seeing head and shoulders 20 feet off the ground walk between the buildings. And you see that it has a huge, even for it, backpack. And it appears to be walking down the street, stopping at some house, and then it sort of disappears. You see it bend over, and you see the backpack for a second. You see it picking up human-sized objects and stuffing them into its backpack.
Is it walking toward us? Or
Nope.
Its back is okay. And you said human sized, so how big
It
do
is
I
at least 25 feet tall, 24, 25.
Oh.
You saw one of these before. We called them pallbearers.
Oh.
They only throw
Okay.
corpses that were named Paul in life.
That's right.
Nice, nice.
I figured it was one of Danger's friends, Paul Bear.
Yeah. It's a real conundrum because if you're wondering whether you should choose man or bear, their name is both.
Yeah. Well, that's big
Paul.
fucking undead.
Oh, where, Paul? Yeah, I let the team know. But wouldn't they see it towering over? It's just
No,
it's
they
so many
can't see
blocks
it.
down.
It's so
Okay.
far away. Yeah.
Okay. I let them know. How many feet? You said it blocks for me, but how many feet would that be if you?
It
had
is at least 400 feet away across
Okay.
town over like 7 different side streets. You could
Okay.
fly there in like 8 rounds, but
Ah.
walking there would be like 20 rounds.
Okay. I let them know. The last question I have is, what is it picking up? You said objects, but is my zoom good enough to see
Oh,
the specificity?
you don't know. You can't see, but you're certain it's picking up corpses.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Probably there are other little undead that you're not seeing, those ones
Walking
with the
around in
arms that are
here.
perfect for digging, and the other
Yeah.
ones that have chains for pulling things and moving heavy objects, like gravestones and sarcophagi and things like that. So probably that is a corpse gathering crew, and they
Yep.
are just moving down the street looking for ancestral graves or mass graves from the conflict here 20 years ago, filling up the backpack full of corpses, and then they probably go back to base.
Gosh. Okay. Would it be guys? Would it be helpful if I like tried to actually get closer and see how many little ones are with the big guy, or no?
No, you're going in the bag. You try something like that.
Yeah, that's true. All
Got
right.
lots of room in the bag.
Yeah, lots of
I
room in
bet.
the bag.
I bet it looks like a bag that I would bring into woods. But anyway,
It's a pilgrim.
yes, it is a pilgrim. The team has been informed of everything you just said. Then,
Okay. You float back down
yes.
and
I'll
report.
modify that. Yes. Cool. My glass is great. If it's all right, I put a little placeholder name in my inventory just so Didvaya doesn't have to remind me each time.
Okay.
But it is functionally useless, obviously.
Sure.
And if that's not allowed, just let me know.
Me too.
No.
No.
Gosh. But yeah. What do we think, team?
I don't want no part of that shit.
I
It's
had
good
a
to know
feeling.
that they're
I had a
just
feeling.
they're just gathering dead guys. I mean, we saw what
Gathering
happens when you.
reinforcements.
I think the wolves hit one of those or something like it, and then they pulled the 12 nastiest monsters I've ever heard of in my little human life from all over town. But it's good to know where they're scooping bodies from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, let's
Well,
go find some wolves.
yeah.
Okay. The party makes its will save.
Yeah, I will not be going down there today, thank you. If I hadn't just seen the werewolves aggro the entire town, I would have been very tempted. I would have been talking about how we can take him. But it's him
Well,
and his 10 friends.
using, say, the Kai token, show me where the party goes. You are at Feldgrau. To the northwest is the creek by which you entered. Northeast is the road that runs northwest to southeast down to the ferry that leads the Carrion Hill ferry. Is down the road 30 miles from Feldgrau. That leads to the southeastern county of Ustalav. The only place there's 2 counties in Ustalav you haven't been to yet. That's one of them. The east side of the road from Feldgrau has a forest. Let's have our historians roll some
Nice.
history checks, please.
I give -2. Sorry, gang.
You tried.
Fighter moment.
Kovira. Yeah, Gaspar, you mix up some history that doesn't make any sense and is actually secondhand something Danger told you about Cortod weeks ago that you have also gotten wrong. And Dinvaya spends her +2, which she did generate, talking you out of sharing that with Kate and Kovira and Kai, because they are having a very productive discussion, and they get Kovira up to 31 knowledge history.
Fuck yeah.
And you guys discuss that there are fortresses, keeps, and castles, all ruined, all over these woods around Felgrad. There was a war fought here for almost a decade, and the nobles involved with it built all kinds of little forts and places they held. So there's lots of different places to hide or hole up. Kate's theory is that the demon wolves don't need much in the way of shelter, but with all the rain and thunderstorms, castles and fortresses and other things like that tend to be built on good high ground that drains well, just out of strategy. So they could be holed up in a local castle, and they're all over the place. And you also recall that there are several old religious sites from before the Shining Crusade around here, which usually just amounts to a bunch of standing stones. They were at one point statues of particular things or people and covered in writing, but after 1,000 years and no magical enchantment protecting them, they look kind of like worn, smooth stone obelisks.
It's sounding like it's gonna be really, really hard to find these guys.
Yeah. How much ground can they theoretically cover in the amount of time that's elapsed since we saw them retreat? Like
Normal
feasibly.
Ardeal roads, you guys were covering 18 miles per 8 hours. They would probably cover double that. So,
Right, because yeah.
So they could be, since you last saw them yesterday, even the flyers,
Yeah,
they
that's
could,
who I'm really
they
confused
this circle is pretty representative of, they could really be anywhere
Okay.
here.
Okay,
They
gotcha, gotcha.
generally went east, but as Kate pointed out, they are not necessarily straight east.
How? Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say up to you guys in terms of the second scouting radius. I'm
think if-
here to do it if you want, but
How far away can our horns or maybe Kate's howl be heard?
I was thinking that maybe we just try to call them and say,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Yeah.
we want a parlay."
Horns
But
can be
wouldn't
heard
that-
for miles, so can the howl.
wouldn't that alert the undead in Whispering Way and make them follow us, or is there like a special isolation to it?
To the
No, it
Whispering Way, no. The clan.
totally would.
It's a good
Wait,
idea.
what'd you
I'm
say,
just
Mandy?
worried about. Okay.
Do the Whispering Way know the intricacies of the clan's communications?
Right, like if they're just like, oh, we're near.
If
There is a wolf.
Yeah, exactly.
So there would be a wolf signal or wolf language that I don't think the Whispering Way would know about.
Yeah, the clans each have their own sort of signals and howls.
Okay. We could do that.
Set up in the arrangement that we want to be in for when they show up in terms of who's close enough to shoot if shit goes wrong, and we just call them.
Yeah,
Two
that's a good plan.
wizards. That is a good plan. Two wizards, like two necromancers, standing around at Holt House, looking at each other, hearing Kate's howl, and they're like, "Is that a wolf or a werewolf?" And they're like, "I don't fucking know, man. Just keep resin dead
Yeah,
guys."
like if they don't know shit, then yeah.
Like, I got no idea. I don't send some like shitty zombies. Send
Yeah.
a crow.
Whatever that wolf is, the correct response is make more zombies.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
making zombies.
Right.
Imagine asking Dramus, "Hey, what made that noise?" He'd be like, "I have
I
no
don't know.
idea. Would you
Don't
like
care."
a zombie?" I don't care at all.
I don't care.
Never cared less about
Would
anything.
you like a pair of animated legs?
Sounds like it'd make a good zombie.
Yeah, yeah.
If it comes into the part of town where I'm making undead, then I will learn about it. Until then, it might as well not exist.
Separate just spell question. Do we have like any current mechanism like that's kind of like a tripwire in a way that just if someone passes into like a certain territory or spot we've like marked, it would alert us, or is that like a scrying spell in some way or like next level stuff?
Yeah, the alarm spell.
The alarm
Yeah.
spell
The
is
Simply Safe.
Tim's Tarkov tripwire.
Yeah.
Scrap
If
horn.
someone-
We
if
just
s-
use a scrap horn.
The scrap horn is supernaturally loud and can be heard farther than normal horns.
I was joking.
But
Yeah,
yeah, the alarm spell
wonder.
it's a first level spell and it lasts
What?
2 hours per level. So you could
Oh,
just
wow.
20 hours of if anyone shows up there, you get a mental alert.
Yeah.
Notification. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can make it an audible sound. I know a guy who used to trap their camp every night with alarm spells that would just go, ah!
Oh, that cut out.
Yeah, Discord did not
Oh my
allow
God.
that.
It
No,
was just,
no.
it was an unhinged
I got the full
scream.
effect.
You did. You did. It
Yeah.
And
really
so,
sounded.
well, but that meant that you woke up every night to, ah! Like, just every time.
Oh man, yeah, no.
Delightful.
Just a
Tough to
future
sneak
thought.
up on us, though.
Yes. No. I mean, I realize it probably is a spell, and you've confirmed it, and we'll do something with that next time because I have some questions. But cool. Okay. Thank you for indulging me. Continue, guys.
We find a nice defensible
Oh,
meat spot to go make werewolf noises.
Move the Kai token where you make your noise.
Can't move it.
Grizam will move it for you.
Should that be me? Okay, where do we want it to go? Just tell me.
I mean, we killed a bunch of shit over here already. We know everything over here is dead. And we can run away to the Apsu Temple if we need to. Let's go northwest. We're gonna call them.
Right up here?
Yeah,
Okay.
we know that area a little bit. A couple places we can run away to.
Great.
Okay. From there, huh? And
Yeah.
what noise do we make?
He goes from there, huh?
Yeah, that-
Interesting choice.
I have it
Well-
a message typed out.
It is a special Kate noise because she is a werewolf.
A wooga.
Let's go.
Is that it? It's a wooga?
No, I am not.
I have typed in English what I would like to say in howl.
Okay.
And what is our location in terms of describing it to wherever they are? We are standing next to the whatever.
Well, they'll hear it and have a sense of the
Okay.
direction and range. So typically your messages would be stay away, want to talk, friendly, definitely going to eat your entire family and poop you out. Just various levels of basic communication.
Oh yeah. I was just going to put his name in it so that he knows that we know who we're dealing with.
You could try to put in a piece of what you believe to be a demon wolf's type of howl. Or you could very definitely put in the rarely used and not widely known Blackwood howl. Or you could Volensog howl.
Can I do that without shifting into one?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
All right.
It would be louder if you shift into it.
Yeah, no thanks. Not stepping in that trap.
Oh, you guys are just dodging my traps today. So focused.
And then I become a Volensog forever. Bye, guys.
Okay, but still a cool legend for Kate, you know.
No.
Yeah.
Essentially just saying we would like to negotiate with you. Come talk to us.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah, agreed.
Thanks.
Okay. You move up to here. You howl. And the woods are quiet. How long do you want to wait?
Oh, we're in it for the long haul, baby. We're like defensive positions, sneaky people in like a little perimeter, and I don't know. I'll be sitting by a little campfire, eating a can of beans. I'm not sneaky. Not gonna try. I'm hanging out there like Mr. Rogers.
Now I gotta fix Kai's token. It is something about that damn buff. I gotta fix that. Here we go.
Oh, it's the old version of him.
Yeah, I'm fixing it. Fixing it, fixing it, fixing it. There we go. And there you go. And now when you do the button at the bottom right, you can switch to any version of Kai you prefer.
I can't
Okay.
make myself hidden, but could I look like a dead dude in full plate if I like lay by a rock and I'm real still?
That would be a bluff / disguise check, but yeah.
You wouldn't let me use survival on it?
Yeah, you
Looking
could
like
use
I
that in
didn't
place of the
survive?
disguise part. Yeah, you could make it look like
Alright.
that. Plus, you had people in the party who are competent in disguise. They could doctor you up a little bit.
Just in case the cult shows up first. I don't want, if that gun that we heard was theirs, I don't want to get immediately zapped on my touch armor class.
All right. Auditory perception checks. Everyone. Kate, make me your knowledge werewolf check, which can be knowledge local or knowledge nobility if you're better at that.
I've got a 19 in both.
All right.
Would be time to roll a 6.
That's okay. Your part's kind of easy.
No.
Of this one. Away east. Kind of hard to hear it over the rain. Kate, you interpret those sounds as acknowledgement of what you said, warning that danger is coming for you, and the last howl is parlay, come here. And it
Lovely.
was somewhere here,
Okay.
across the road.
I was wondering who was going to make that joke, Josh.
Danger be taking his nap down in the temple.
They want to parlay, and there was a warning with it.
We should get the hell out of here if they warned us.
Mm-hmm.
Run away!
Retreat, retreat.
Meet them, but don't let our guards down for a second, and be prepared to get the fuck out.
Yes.
Kate, have you had much experience fighting or seeing these wolves fight?
No.
Okay.
Just horror stories, you know.
Do your horror stories tell you what kind of spells? I know fire, but any specific spells these guys like?
Scrolling back through notes. Toby, have we discussed that?
What are they like?
Mm-hmm.
They
Spell-wise.
They're magic.
They worship one of the greater demon lords or devils. It's a lesser god of fire, but not Saren Ray, not Bry. Like Dinvaya and Alfred both worship technically a god of fire, because Saren Ray is an aspect of fire and so is Bry. But this is something else. Something actually from hell that lives in fire is what they worship.
So prot fire might be good for us to have.
Well, Alflip can do that. I'm
Yeah.
thinking if there's any specific spells that I can actually protect us against 2 low-level spells at a time for a long duration. So if we have those in mind, I can cast that. But if we don't, then
Okay.
we don't.
Yep, I just cast Prot Fire for everybody.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Elfrip. They got some kind of mind-affecting spell because they made all them bandits commit suicide or like kneel for the execution,
Mm-hmm.
kneel for the national anthem. I don't know how they
Yeah.
did that.
Does your lore say anything about how they would accomplish that, Kate?
Kate,
Be like
you
a
know,
charm or fascinate or something like that, maybe?
you know he's got spellcasters. You
Mm-hmm.
don't know exactly what they are, but if they're demon devil bonded like his warriors are, who knows? You see the ripples in the nearby puddles. Again, Kate.
We gotta fucking go. We need to go right now.
Uh-huh.
Dominate person and confusion is my vote, Lieutenant. Let's go north.
Seems logical.
Let's muscle.
I would like
That's
to
what
put
it's
on
like to fly stealth with Elfrip.
Yeah.
put on some buffs before we walk into this, just in case.
Spell immunity, communal.
Expeditious retreat. I'm currently doing exactly that.
I don't trust him. I want to be as shielded as possible.
So we got, what'd you say, dominate and confusion? Cap?
Yeah, those
Okay.
are the real like
Those are our
fight
go-tos.
enders, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got spell immunity against that up, Toby.
Okay.
For a long time, 100 minutes.
Creatures touched. 10-minute intervals divided amongst the creatures touched.
Oh, divided, yeah, that's right.
So 100 minutes amongst 8 people, kind of like 12 minutes
Yeah.
each.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, using the Kai token, where do you go? Cross the road right now?
Shield of faith.
The Apsu Temple, like real hard to discover.
Yeah, it's pretty well hidden, but it's also way up in the mountains. It would take you guys all afternoon to get up to it.
Are we going toward where they're wanting to meet?
Yeah, I think that's surely their intention, right? Because they seem like they move around a lot. They wouldn't be like, come here and then leave.
Right.
They don't mean later. They mean like right now.
Yeah, like we should get there and get away from the other thing in the process.
Yeah, we monkey pound that way.
Okay? Graham?
Oh, sorry. Where should I move the token? Sorry. Just here?
I think it was over there.
Okay. How do we cross the road? Just running? Walking? Crawling?
How many invis charges we got left?
Looking. This wand has. God, the sunlight is coming in directly in my eyes right now.
Perfect.
This wand has 7, and I also have a scroll of it, and Kovira has a wand of it, I believe.
I have a wand of levitate.
Oh, sorry, the other wand.
Oh, you're fine.
As useful.
What if we just cast darkness on ourselves and they just see this big ball of darkness run across the street?
Yeah, that won't
That
rouse
would be
suspicion.
hilarious.
And they think, huh, that's funny.
I need to
Make
stay
sounds.
visible, so whatever you guys need to do, but I got a parlay. So
I can
Well,
I can
we
cast
can-
obscuring mist across the road.
Yeah, that'll probably also raise suspicion. We can deactivate the invis once we get there. We just need to, like, if the cult's coming from Feldgrau,
mm-hmm.
then we need to cross the road without being seen, because they probably got them little birds flying around.
Right.
When you guys were here, where Kai is now,
Yeah.
you are hearing, all of you are hearing and feeling the ground thump from somewhere to the south, within a mile of you.
Do the
And
invis once. Do it now.
Got it.
coming through the trees, somewhere away south, not close to you yet, you hear,
Yep.
Uh-oh.
All right. If you can make yourself invis, do it. If you can't, we're getting a wand charge, and we are leaving.
How many wand charges do we need to burn?
Wait a minute, hang on. We have what are we doing? We have Dimension Door, right? And Damnation Stride?
Yep.
Yeah, we can just-
You
How
could
many
blink
times a day
across
we
the
have
road.
those? Do we need those for escape though?
Yeah, spell spells. Yeah.
I don't think they can get us 25 miles.
They can get you
No,
across
it's
the road.
400, 440 plus level.
I will need an invisibility spell.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
And I'm
Thank you.
assuming mine ran out from earlier, given the time changed.
Yeah.
Ugh, fuck. Okay, I didn't have any other charges for that.
I've got 7. Do you want me to just burn all 7 and have the wand be dead, or is anyone able to?
Yeah.
I can do Potion of Gaseous for him, unless that's gonna look weird.
Nah, it makes you a little slow fart.
I already am a slow fart.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's only 6 of us here right now. At least there's that.
Okay. So we'll keep 1 charge on the wand in case of emergency break glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an invisibility grader spell I could use, but that's
Nah,
round per
save
level,
that.
and
Round
yeah,
per level.
I want to save. Yeah.
We
I
do
wanna
the
save.
wand and we run.
Yep.
The wand
There's
of
a
who?
bunch
What
of
now?
wizards. Wand of Invis.
Okay. And we're running across the ground.
Is there like a better?
The
Less-
road, you trackers know that crossing the road makes you a little more difficult to track, but if you leave a big muddy track on either side of the road, that's not too hard to follow.
We could levitate over the road as well.
10 foot
Yeah.
per level movement slow.
Damn it.
But we could do
Or
it.
10 foot per movement slow.
We could like levitate to the road, run down the road while invis, then levitate off the road, then run through the woods. So it's not that much levitating. Just enough to make it a pain to track. We do that. He keeps playing the crow noise. We gotta go.
All right, I'm gonna.
They
I'm
are
gonna
getting
take
closer.
Yeah, whip 6
I'm gonna take
charges off
7.
that thing.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Yeah, Elfrib can fly, remember? Just
Oh yeah,
hold
I
it
can
on.
5
fly,
charges.
so I'm taking 5. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll take
4 charges.
4 charges off of it.
All right.
Let's go.
I don't know if spider climbing would be useful right now and save a charge, but
Gotta get
Spider-Man
across the
through the
road.
trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a
so
bit too far.
levitate, run,
Okay.
levitate.
You have multiple people flying. Who's levitating? You guys are basically elf roping across the road so you don't leave tracks. That's what I'm
For now,
getting
yeah.
at.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Fine.
essentially.
Fine.
Cool.
Valid
Yeah, the
tactic.
idea is
That would make it hard. Danger and all your survival people will tell you that. That would make it tough to follow.
perfect. That is what we do.
Okay.
Elf rope is the funniest plan that ever worked.
Let's
Stop
go.
it. We got the good ending. Stop it.
I'm small enough. Even these birds could eat me. Let's go.
We leave. We do the thing.
Okay. Party moves across the road. Forest is quieter over here. You see from the northern woods of the creek area north of Feldgrau, you see a lot of what you believe are normal birds flying up into the sky, fleeing the area. You think at the very edge of your range, or when you're passing around Dinvaya's spyglass, you think you see the treetops moving as big creatures stomp through the woods where you just were. And you're on the east
Jesus
side.
Christ.
And you're in the thick woods on the east side of the road. What next?
Have there been any howls recently?
You can roll a perception check, though.
Investigate or
No, all of you can, vision based.
My wolf buff went down again, and my perception lowered 1 second. I gotta put it back on.
Sorry about that. I still haven't figured out which mod is doing that.
That's
It's like-
another 2. Sorry.
It's 7. It's like 5 points of difference, so I want to put it
Yeah,
back on first.
Definitely. Okay. Elfrip, you are sticking close to the ground with the others, but in the distance, you think you see something flying over the treetops to the east.
Guys, I think I just saw a thing, over there. Look, did it look like something that would be interested in, or like a bird?
Oh no, it had a 40-foot black leathery wingspan, and instead of a bird at the center, it looked like a huge thing with 2 arms and 2 legs and a big
Oh.
head.
Yep, definitely one of those big, scary brutes we saw at Felgrow. I think we need to go that way.
All right. We go that way.
Alfred, it is flying in a position where you in this area were eventually definitely going to spot it, slowly cruising over the treetops, but it would be very tough to see from across the road where you just were.
Oh. Are you guys seeing this? I feel like he wants us to find him.
Do I see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I also put my hand on Butcher's brand and see if it's starting to give off a little tingle.
Oh, super subtly. Yes. Very, very mild.
All right, we're getting somewhere. Starting to get a little tingle in my finger.
Oh my god.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Oh, and
Should get that
Miss
checked
Kate,
out.
Yeah.
Miss Kate, these
Yeah.
are these are dogs that Alfred is not comfortable around.
Yeah, no, they're bad dogs.
Does anyone have an unexamined hatred of dogs they want to talk about?
Friend of mine.
Okay.
It's okay to hate these dogs.
I am going to put danger. Dismas, I'll catch him up if Harrison gets here, but I'm just going to park him back at the unnamed tomb for now. They are very safe there. Very difficult for any of these folks to find that place.
Here, Kate. Since you're going to be talking to people you hate, you get heroism.
Thank you. Much appreciate.
+2 to all everything. Best spell ever.
Really
That's
is a
awesome.
great buff. You move east through the forest. You hear the river as you get close. You can hear just sort of a general distant roaring of the lovely Vatsyntide. I think it's Vatsyntide, still river here. And you know you're coming to the edge of the forest. There is a wide clearing ahead as you guys kind of approach dramatically lower tree density here. Let's see, let me get you this, put the sound on minimal, and there we go. There you are. That, of course, doesn't work, so why bother? Cool. As you approach the edge of the trees, you're looking at a long slope of open ground, just occasional rocks jutting out, rolling green hills down to the riverbank. Except you see what looks like fingers, 15-foot tall black juts of stone in a semicircle, looks like a fingertips of a huge hand coming up out of the ground. And sitting on top of one of those fingers is a huge black wolf with huge leathery black wings just over there, looking back in your general direction but not at you, his head slowly sweeping left to right. Long black horns come out of his temples, 3 feet in either direction away from his head. He appears unarmored, but he has a big belt on and some sort of leg plates, wrist guards. And he looks very relaxed, perched like a gargoyle on top of one of those stones.
So cool.
Love it. Shall we?
Is
back.
anyone else hearing the music from Fantasia playing behind this guy?
Yeah,
No?
the
No.
That oh no, not literally, just
Oh,
like
okay.
in your mind.
Mhm.
the
Like
Hall of the
Night on
Lost
Bald
King.
I
Mountain.
was like, what the hell, Foundry? How
yeah.
could you get it
Yeah,
that
how could
wrong?
you betray me?
I said river.
Dun 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 dun.
He looks like a mythical beast. He's probably
Looks
10 or 11 foot tall. Maybe 12 with the horns. You guys emerge from the woods?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm putting on 10-minute per level buffs.
He stands on the stone, showing how tall he is, crouches down partially, and jumps into the air, spreading huge wings and flapping. You see a thin, mildly yellowish orange glow as it looks like the tips of his wings burn with a fire as he flies. And he glides over towards you. It's about 1,000 feet away at the moment.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try to make a pose of
A pose of who?
closer. Non-aggression.
Ah. Just like
Yeah.
George Costanza on the couch, or
Just here to talk, not here to shoot. Hands visible. Not planning anything shady.
got it.
That man is either the only werewolf left alive from his team, or there's 10 others that we don't see yet. So I am casting buff spells on myself.
Yeah.
I'm going medium hot.
We're here to parley.
Glides over, flies a slow circle around you guys, 400 or 500 feet away. And then you hear a distant howl to the east somewhere. And he sort of croaks, turns his head that direction and croaks. A very quick sort of barking sound. Glides down and slows up, pulls up at the last second, and drops onto the ground from about 20 feet up. Folds in his huge wings around his back and stands about 100 feet away from you all with his hands at his sides. Now your sword is vibrating, Dinbaya.
Kate, are you going to be the good cop or the bad cop here? I'm actually not sure.
Don't you guys usually go bad cop, worst cop, worst cop, worst cop, worst cop?
You're thinking of the justice system.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds
Good
more like
cop.
you.
I'm going to attempt good cop at the moment. Try to deal with them. If force becomes necessary, it might switch.
All right.
Anna and I have been rewatching the Herc and Carver sections of The Wire, so that's what I'm picturing now, is that level of police interrogation. No, you guys are much better than that.
I'm always trying to channel Olivia Benson.
So you step forward in your hybrid werewolf form. He does this thing that they do, that you've heard they do. He looks down at you, and then he crouches down where he leans on one knee, and technically it's polite to look you in the face and talk to you, but the way they do it, it's like he's bending down to speak to a child.
Poker face is activated.
And as you approach, you see him inhale hugely through his big wolf nose. And he says, I see Blackwood, but I smell Volensog. Is this a trick?
No. I am part both at this point.
He says, that is strange. And I advise you Do not try to deceive my master.
I wouldn't dare.
He awaits you at the stones.
Thank you very much.
Okay?
Do you have which way are the stones?
We walk the wrong way.
We know where those are.
You can see him.
Oh, okay.
They're 1,000 feet behind him.
Oh, okay.
And you see other large figures like him coming out of the woods. You see wolves that seem to have that sort of fiery, very light, fiery aura around them. But they're not burning the ground as they move. And they are not quite Volensog size, but they're big. They're like the size of a draft horse or bigger. Several of those, several other hybrid werewolves. Like the broken ones, you don't see anybody that looks at all human. And they are gathering around the stones. About 8 or 9 of them.
For the sake of quick getaway, I think we keep Kovira next to Kai and Denvaya, ready to dimension door or teleport towards the Ara, and Elfrip stay next to Kate and Gaspar, since Elfrip is immune to fire and has more hits in armor class. So if someone has to be closer to the dogs, I know you don't like it, Elfrip, but I'm asking if you will be our getaway car if shit goes weird.
I'll see what I can do, boss.
Thank you.
Where'd you want me again, Cap? Sorry.
Yeah, just don't go too far from Kovira in case these negotiations go bad and we want to leave.
Okay.
Remember, we don't want to kill these guys. What were you saying, Kai?
I stay near Kovira as well.
Good. Kovira, do you have teleport or dimension door ready?
Both. Yeah.
Excellent. My man.
That's sexist, Cap. Do better.
Wow.
Time for you.
I'll report you to HR.
All right. You can
Aren't
do it in
you
4
HR?
months.
Yeah, I report you to myself. I report you to myself, Cap.
Self-reporter.
And what do you think?
Mandatory
Yeah.
self-reporter.
Mr. Gaspar, sir, who was I supposed to save if things go all sideways?
Kate and myself, because
Okay.
yeah, just so everyone knows who they got to be close to.
Okay, just so you know, if you and Kate are more than like 10 feet apart when the escape hatch ripcord is pulled, then Elfrip will then have literally the trolley problem.
Yeah. Nope.
The what?
He'll have to choose whether he saves Gaspar or Kate, but not both.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Elfrip,
That was a deep cut. I didn't get that reference.
The trolley
Alfred?
problem?
if it
It
comes
took me a
down
minute.
to
I'll
it,
get there, yeah, but it took a minute.
Sorry, my jokes are just so intellectual.
It's just a
It was
philosophical.
good. Yeah.
You can tell Anna made me watch The Good Place.
That's
Oh.
a joke. But anyway,
Wait, sorry. Yes,
what were
continue.
you saying,
Well-
Kate?
Now, what was that?
Elfrip, if it
Miss
comes
Kate?
down to it, take Gaspar. I will run.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You sure about
better
these, Kate?
do this.
These guys hate you, right? And you hate them?
Yeah, but I would rather have to run away than have you have to do it. So
I am
it's
pretty slow.
just
I mean, I would
Mr.
just
Vi-
kill them all. I'd be all right.
Mr.
Pat,
Via,
Pat.
would you kindly invent bungee cords
Yeah.
For what purpose?
so that these two can't get too far away from me?
Oh, no, learn self-control.
I can't control it. It's learn human control.
Well, learn human control. Tell them. Not your fucking babysitters. Do your jobs.
Dear God.
at a base
Wow.
move of 60 right now. So it's, yeah, if it comes down to it, just grab Gaspar,
Yep.
please.
If we get
I-
separated, sorry, what were we saying?
I could haste us preemptively. It's just kind of not gonna last
Round per
long.
level. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I like where you're
If we
headed
get
there,
into it,
but-
drop it. If we get into it, drop it. But
Okay.
if you have
Yeah, you
time.
got it.
But if not, just get the fuck out.
Yeah. If anyone gets separated, try and get to the Apsu Temple. We'll regroup there for anyone who doesn't make it to the Ara. All right.
Okay.
Do your minute per levels and we're going. Just a chat. Medium hot.
Medium hot.
Medium hot.
Minute per
Chat
level buff's
buffs.
pretty spicy.
just don't even have. I mean, God, I have none right now. I used them all.
Are you bragging
I'm
about the
squishy.
duration of your buffs?
They're bad.
Oh,
Do I have
Finish.
time to use Cat's Grace before we go in, or will it look bad if I cast a spell?
nah. You guys can buff as you walk over there.
I'm gonna put.
It's 1,000
Ant-Hole on
feet. You
myself.
can take like 12 rounds to walk over there.
Oh, Sid's putting ant haul on herself. She doesn't
Because she
think
has
this
to
is gonna
carry lots
go
of
well.
treasure. Oh,
Just in
she's thinking
case.
Kavera's gonna pick up one of you guys. And
Not
run.
indicative of how I. It is
Bear's
just.
endurance.
Like a week ago, she was like, "Could I teleport out like dead party members?" I was like, "You'd probably need ant haul."
So I'm gonna carry it
Wow.
all the time, just in
Wow.
case.
Full strength.
It is
All
not. I know,
Kathy,
I
you
know.
got both
Thanks
of
for the
those?
vote of confidence. Blah blah blah.
Who are those going
looks like-
on?
Cap.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
On your left.
Cat's Grace.
Kai, you got that? Alright, that's all I'm casting for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You walk down a long, gentle slope towards the river, past rocks, closer to this spot. It's strange. The forest ground sort of melts away, and there is this blackened, older, ancient type of stone exposed here where the standing stones emerge. And there is a huge, wide, like 10-foot wide, flat, oddly shaped rock in the center between them. And there's a man standing on the far side of the. Let me back off the volume of the ambience. There we go. There are two of those huge, horned, winged, wolf balrog looking things. There are about 7 of his warriors who are wearing armor, have swords, and are werewolves that are about 6 to 7 foot tall. Behind them are 2 small looking werewolves with brightly glowing red eyes and little hoods. They look like spellcasters. They're barely bigger than Sabrisa. They're quite compact. And they are standing with their robes wrapped around them tightly and their hoods pulled. You just see brightly glowing eyes looking at you from underneath their hoods. And around him, where's the other dudes? Here we go. There are 2 of those dire wolf-sized wolves that appear to be permanently burning, but the fire doesn't seem to catch on the ground. It just seems to be a sort of visual effect of them. Their eyes glow red. They all have sort of an imposing look to them. They all look very scary and threatening. And this is sort of a puffed up pose for them. The most relaxed thing among them, and the most human looking thing among them, is the man that stands between the 2 giant Balrog werewolves. And he is possibly the most imposing and ugliest man you've ever seen. He has a strangely shaped nose that's sort of half wolf, half man, sunken black patches around his eyes that may be a tattoo or just markings around his face. Little red pinpoints looking out from there. The thickest black hair you've ever seen on a creature. I mean, his face is still bare, but he has the thickest black beard and black hair that blends into a thick black fur cloak that's around his shoulders. And you can see that he wears very heavy armor, full plate underneath that cloak, and holds a heavy-looking sword that looks like it might as well be made out of stone. And he stands on the far side of the rock, waiting.
Here goes nothing. Time to approach.
Okay.
How close do you guys want to get?
Your call. We're gonna be in range of whatever they want to do,
Mhm.
but I would say I wouldn't get closer than 10 feet away.
Yeah,
Don't let him 5 foot and full attack you if he feels like
right.
it.
Stay on the other side of this rock, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, the code word for everyone teleporting away is Dogtown.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
That's
no
a
one
bit
will
on
say
the
it on
nose.
accident, and I think it's funny.
Not dog pound? I mean,
No, we might say that on accident. That
oh,
might come
okay.
up.
I don't think they'll like that.
Yeah, that's why it
Can
might come up.
confirm.
We're already teleporting, so might as well.
Adamaris, thank you for meeting with us.
Blackwood. Welcome to Feldgrau.
It's a lovely place.
It was... I'd hoped you would find us. Before they find you.
Trying to hold off when I hear typing.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
His voice is really cool, so I'd like to use it for a minute.
Voice is
Yeah.
cool.
I received a message about you, but I don't believe it. I wanted to give you a chance to refute it.
And what would that message be?
And I'm gonna be constantly rolling sense motive on this guy, Toby, just so you're
Okay.
aware.
Okay.
I just rolled a 25, so
I'll give you a take 10, which is a 28.
okay.
So you're just your off the bat impression of this man is the weirdest, most Chadley vibe you have ever picked up off of a creature before. You think that he is not and will not and has not ever told a lie, because telling a lie would mean he's afraid of something, and he's not. That's what you get.
Okay. I
You
some
get a rabidly proud level of honesty and directness.
okay. I communicate that he's Chad mode, super proud, probably not gonna lie to our face, and draw sign language to the party.
Okay. Kate, he steps over, and as he does, he sort of stops for a moment, sniffs the air. And he hands you out of his, tucked in his foreplate on his arm, is a piece of paper, which he reaches out and hands you.
Thank you.
And you see scrawled on it a note that says, Adamaris, the Blackwood usurper marches with her zealots. They seek your head, your clan, and your strength. Beware fangs behind the badge. -V.
Bluff check to not roll my eyes.
Do you need a will save versus yourself?
Maybe.
This is false on all counts.
He looks deep into your soul as you say that. And let's see.
I believe you.
I'm glad to hear it.
So if you have not come to kill me and take my clan, as you have done to the Volensag, why have you come?
Hold on while I type an appropriately spicy response to that.
Okay, take your time.
spice level hot's what I was told at the Indian restaurant down the street.
Okay. 8 out of 10, you know?
Fucking yeah, their shit's good.
Anna gets like a 9 out of 10.
Oh my god.
First of all, I did not intend to kill Tabor or to take his clan. We came to an accord to keep control of it away from Mathis.
What strange days?
Yeah, you're telling
Say
me,
that
man.
again.
Something we agree on.
So this note came to me from the cult. Clearly they wish us to fight. Even now they
They do.
provoke you.
We are trailing them with the intent to stop them.
Round 1.
Yeah.
The real battle here.
Well, we are broken, Blackwood. My clan has suffered horribly for our ambition, as I hope Mathis did.
I shot him in half.
Yeah.
He certainly did.
You blurt that
Yes.
out?
Yeah, Gaspar can't help himself.
God damn it, Gaspar.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit, we're all gonna die.
Will this guy like that or hate this?
He just said he hoped he suffered.
Yeah.
I say, yeah,
Yeah,
I shot him in
that's-
half.
As long
That's
as he
the
doesn't
thing.
take it as a threat, we're fine.
Those piercing black circled red pin eyes move over and lock onto Gaspar. It's like a Terminator staring at you. The strength and calm within his face.
Gaspar's tone is like one dude in a parking lot showing his car
Yeah,
to another
yeah.
dude in a parking lot with a nice car. It's
Yeah.
not a threat. It's like, look at my toy. It's like, yeah, I shot him in half.
You're trying to
But not
bond.
like
Yeah,
a-
we
Not like a child, more like just like a simple guy.
man to man.
How did that liar meet his end?
Yes,
Huge
Asper.
bomb.
Yeah.
He was trying to consume the hearts. He was trying to consume Tibor's heart, and he was gonna kill Kate. He was gonna kill all of us, and he fucking died.
Not more than he deserved.
Yeah, I agree.
We were glad to be rid of him, certainly.
Do we still have his head? That's not in
I think we
character.
do.
I think
Oh,
we gave
We
it to
can-
Oh my
Durstan.
god,
Durstan.
imagine.
We gave it to Durstan, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think we
Did
did.
you?
We
I thought-
did.
I thought we asked it. We asked it all of our
because he
questions.
wanted
and
one
We
for
did.
Yeah, he was
Durstan
like, I
wanted
need to
it.
shoot it.
We don't
Fuck,
tell
I
him
forgot
that.
about our baseness.
That
Good
is
lord.
dark. That is
That's-
dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't
Wow.
tell them that.
No.
You
We
know,
gave it to
Mathis is a pretty bad pariah across Shutterwood. You don't tell him anything like that?
If it don't come up, I'm not gonna volunteer it.
Okay.
Kate, you do whatever you want.
Who knows what Durstan's doing to that thing?
Sorry, somebody walked up my porch.
Well, you are too late, Blackwood. The heart is taken. Neither of us will become Pack Lord, it seems.
Perhaps not, but we can unite to stop them.
With the heart gone, I now have to return to Shutterwood to battle the other clans and create a new Pack Lord. I assume your people will stay well out of it as usual.
Piping.
Of the fight for Pack Lord, yes, but not out of the conflict with the cult. Will you help us first? Avenge what they did to Kvalka and how they violated all our laws?
The
Taking
cult
the
has grown
heart is
beyond our
interfering with
reach.
our people.
He doesn't know what we know, does he?
What part?
Rissa told us that Sabrisa got the Volensog and is like de facto pack lord now. And he's talking like he's gonna go back to the Shudderwood and there's gonna be a war
Yeah.
between 5 clans.
Can I roll on how wise it is to tell him that right now?
Do we
Sure.
even know that though? I thought last
Rissa
time
told
we
us.
established that.
We fussed
Okay.
over it for a bit, and Josh actually dug back through the archives. Thank you, Josh. Or was it Josh?
It was Josh. Thank you, Josh.
And found the episode where Rissa did tell you that Estovion died. Farah somehow gained control of the Vilcasis and either had given it to or was planning to give it to Sabrisa.
The quote was "had given."
Had given.
Damn, counselor.
Is this which role would that be?
You can roll knowledge local on it. I mean, you don't know how he'll take it, but you do know that the Pack Lord ritual, because it was a ritual. It was a ritual done by eating somebody else's heart, which is pretty messed up. But whoever ate the Pack Lord's heart was the Pack Lord, and it was the symbol of the act that they'd done. But there was like a permanent magical buff that went along with it. There was like a higher level, a higher tier of werewolf power that came with it. It's part of why Kvalka was so unassailable. She was a Volensog with that buff, and the Pack Lord's heart is the only thing that can grant it. And Mathis didn't receive it when he ate part of her heart. That's how this guy knew.
Right.
So he is definitely. He's telling you. It sounds like he's saying that you're. The great boon that is the Pack Lord's strength is taken forever from the Shadowwood. The cult has taken it and done something with it, and he's saying it's gone.
Yes. All right, here it goes.
Toby, a
The
private
Vilcasis
messenger
has
too.
found a new keeper, and she is maintaining peace now. The Shudderwood is safe while we deal with the cult.
Okay. Yeah, Josh, everything still looks totally legit to you.
Okay.
You said the Vilcasis new keeper maintaining peace. Shadowwood safe while we deal with the cult.
New keeper, Estovion is dead. Who has the Vilcasis bonded with?
Sabrisa.
He stares at you long and
Yes,
hard.
Estovion is dead.
I see. With half my clan dead to these monsters, and her with the spirit on her side, she has won. We will respect it.
She will appreciate that.
I have gambled our fate on a fool's errand.
You hear kind of a low growl from the wolves around him. It's a growl of discontent or disagreement. It's at the same time sort of a show of support for him. Like they don't consider it a mistake to have chased after the Pack Lord, is their statement.
No regrets. Noted.
You couldn't have known how challenging the Khud would be. How much
be
damage they would do.
They ravaged the human settlements on the way here, something we had always wanted to do.
I shoot the
Gaspar.
team a look of, do you,
What did you say, Kate?
I shoot you guys a look of, do you see why we don't like them?
Gaspar raises an eyebrow.
Definitely do.
Doesn't say anything.
I
They
get
killed
it.
all those women and children, just like I wanted
But
to
nothing
do.
we could have envisioned could match the cult's willingness to burn their own people to the ground.
That is true.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
They corrupted our own strength, made undead werewolves. Murdered everyone and everything across this land as we pursued.
Yeah.
And when they reached this town, they immediately grew in strength beyond our means to combat them. They now wield such dark powers and numbers of dead soldiers, including some of mine. We hope to steal the heart in one last gambit against them. But we failed, and the heart is gone. It is not in the area. They took it away south, I believe.
So another contingent moved off south.
All right.
This isn't the whole.
With half
Here it comes.
your pack and our knowledge of what they can do, we could stop them together. Make them pay for ruining our system of government and everything else they have taken from us. What they did to your people. We are pursuing them, and we can reclaim the heart if we do it together.
Yeah, Jinvaya, did you want to ask that also?
Yes.
You asked if some of them went away south?
Yes. So this isn't the whole group that you were following. So the rest of them moved off south already.
I sense that the heart is not here, and I know that the cult is, and their posture has changed.
Have you been sensing the heart this entire time, and you just now recently lost it?
About a week ago, they very clearly shifted from prey to predator, and now they try to entrap us. And you?
What happened a week ago in our perspective that would have changed it?
I think that's when they got here to Feldgrau, right?
They've been here for a couple weeks.
I don't know what happened a week ago then.
What's the recent things we happened? They hit the underwater fort. We've just been tracking through this area. I don't think we really. Was Northgard a week ago? How long ago was Northgard, Toby?
Yeah, it's been about a week.
But these cultists have been here for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So they must have partially accomplished whatever their goal was in Feldgrau, or maybe a week ago they hit critical mass on hundreds of undead raised, because they sure do have a shitload of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because they sense the heart doesn't mean it's maybe not still here. Maybe the cult has just changed its in some manner. I don't know. That's some
Well,
weird
we
shit.
we did think at one point that they might be using it for something, like as a component. Maybe they've used it up, and that's why we can't sense it anymore.
Oh, I'm sure they are. That's the reason they collected the warden's soul. That's, I
Right.
mean, that's why they're pulling all these things together. They're doing something fucked up, so. They could give a shit of what the heart means to you guys.
Right, I'm just saying that's probably why we lost the track if it's not as in the form of a heart anymore. Could be.
Correct. Agreed.
That or they passed it off to Team B, who kept onward. But
In any case, I think if ever anyone here gets a hold of it, it will not be useful for any legitimate purpose. Like we could give it to them, and I don't think it would. It's not going to be right when they get a hold of it. They will have ruined it.
I'm trying to manipulate him, Gaspar.
Yeah, but he knows.
He seems
Still,
like
we
it
want
would
to
be very
avenge it.
difficult to trick.
Yes, but I mean, I'm just saying, even if we cannot use the heart for its intended purpose, we can collect the pieces of it symbolically, and you can kick their asses for what they did to it, is what I'm trying to spin to him. There's not enough left of it to use, considering Mathis ate some of it already.
Boy, there's a lot going on between you two and how you're looking at each other. Yeah, conversation or something?
I do not see an army before me. To fight the cult seems to be folly, unless you have some secret.
Resisting the "we don't need an army, we have a Hulk" joke. Hold on. Typing.
We may not be an army, but we are highly trained in this specific type of fight and have dealt with huge numbers of undead on our own. Our numbers added to yours could only be an asset to both of us.
Guys, how many did we kill at Northgard?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
I'll tell you this. Gaspar steps on the other side of Kate, still very close to Elfrip, obeying protocol.
For the record.
For the record, yeah. For the record, if Elfrip wins initiative, I'm gone. My guys got me. Gaspar says, there is no other option for us. We have chased them from Ravengrow to Kortad to Lepstad through the Shudderwood. We have chased them here. We have chased them all over this continent. And now we have them. If you are gone tomorrow, we will be here next week. We will be chopping and chewing and harassing them. We will be in their fucking bedrooms. I promise you that. They will bleed and they will die. We are going nowhere. We are in Feldgrau or we are in the ground. And if you want to get some revenge, please do stick around because I promise we're going to make it hurt. We're going to get absolutely devious on these guys. I hate them in ways you've never hated anything. You want a piece of this? You are so welcome. I've seen what you guys can do. We'd love to have you. But if not, I understand. We'll be here. And Kate's right. They did take your heart. And it would surely send a message if we were to get it back. But I promise you, we're going to be here either way.
Furthermore to that, I would add that even if you guys retreat and you leave now, and we fall and we fail, the Whispering Way will continue. They don't care about your Shudderwood. They don't care about your government. They don't care about anything you care about. All they care about is dominating and taking over for the tyrant and freeing the tyrant. So it's either stand and fight now or stand and fight later. Right now, you have a group of highly trained friends, possible friends. Later, you may not have that availability. Oh, I suck at diplomacy. I say that rather meanly.
14's not terrible.
This intimidate check is to sound tough and cool. Not to intimidate the 12-foot monster mash.
This is our best chance to take them on. All of us working together, we will fight them no matter what. Yay. There's a higher chance of us succeeding with your help.
What an icon. Puts a yay in the middle of her
speech. The little yay. So
agrees wholeheartedly with self.
Well, you say you have expertise in fighting the cult. Show me. Southeast of here is a ruined fortress by the river.
Fuck yeah.
In one of the rooms, trapped, is a cultist. He is infected with the wolf's bite. He is turning...
Guidance.
Sorry, Toby, I was checking something.
You're good.
And we have been unable to learn anything from him. He is my gift to you.
I fucking love this guy.
Thank you. We will handle it.
I've lost Australian.
He is in the throes, and I warn you, it is not going well.
Wonderful.
There are many other chains on his mind. He has nearly died several times from things he babbled to us that appeared to cause him great pain.
Oh, man.
But so far, the demon wolf bite has regenerated him.
Is he undead to any degree?
He goes slowly insane, so we locked him.
Good plan.
No, he is alive. But beyond words, one cannot serve two masters, and his brain splits apart more each day.
We'll sort him out.
Return here and we will find you.
Thank you.
Tomorrow at sunset.
We appreciate your help.
Avoid the cult. They are seeking you.
And if they're not real fucking careful, they're gonna find us.
We will avoid them, thanks.
He steps back.
I'll bow politely.
He does take the note back, stuffs it back into his gauntlet.
Fair.
He calmly just waits for you all to leave.
All right.
Shall
Thank
we?
you.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you.
No, I want to stay and party with the new Wolfie friends.
Think Gaspar
But
might.
does not want that.
Do they want
Neither
some
does Kai.
Vorkstag's demon blood elixir?
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
I'd rather not, thank you.
What does that do?
It's just an infernal healing and a cure light.
Do you offer that to him?
No, I think demon blood is more of a marketing thing. I think it would be kind of insensitive to offer it.
Marketing thing.
Oh, fuck, I do have Silex.
Ooh, is that Vorkstag's? Love that stuff.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man, you want it? Been sitting on it for a while.
Tasty.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go, bud. You can
You
have
given
that.
one? Okay, they
Stay
take
thirsty,
it.
my friend.
Do his goons look hurt? Do you guys have wounded? Do you need anything while we're here?
I need my 25 soldiers back. However this ends, I would not see their bones in service of the cult.
Yeah, that we can give you.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, you were chasing them with 37 guys?
They were winning for quite a while.
I'm gonna say, they were it was a bad month for the cult.
They were chasing like 25 total enemies across our deal. And now they had almost 50 dudes. And now they have 20 dudes and the cult has 100. It just shifted really radically for them.
Before we separate, can you tell us how many actual wizards are there? What was shooting that big ass gun yesterday, or this morning rather? You know what they're doing here in this town?
The cult is gathering hundreds, maybe thousands of corpses. Some they raise as undead, some they tear apart. They found some treasures, which they have used to make even greater monsters.
Yeah, we saw some of those.
Good God.
What?
What'd you say?
I knew nothing of this town when we arrived, but now I know it to be the most hideous pile of lost life in Ustalav.
What were you saying, Mandy?
Oh, I don't know if you guys heard it or not. All my 11 labs stuff just processed. I heard it all at once.
No.
Oh no! That is a
Oh,
lot.
no.
Or more.
You know where they're taking the bodies, or what they're doing in that manor to the southwest?
The chateau on the southwestern hill has a basement.
Oh god, a fuck dungeon.
Hmm.
There's a 3rd level paladin in there.
Oh.
That is where they do their work. One of mine has seen it. Thousands of parts, tools. They do their dark work.
How did your guy get in there? Using guy as a gender-neutral term. Really sign that into law at some point.
Scouting.
Okay. I asked, how did he get in there? He says, he got in there. Thank you.
He did not stay long.
I mean, I guess you guys are very sneaky. That's good enough.
I say we sneak
Cult
some
is
Silex
vigilant,
in
and
there.
their spies are everywhere.
Yeah. I want to collapse that chateau on itself. But we'll get to
Can
that.
do, boss.
Yeah, I thought so.
You hear a sort of rumble from one of the small caster-looking wolves behind him, and he says,
They are maybe 8 or 10 necromancers. And their leader is the greatest of them.
Is he here? Orin Vrood? That rat?
he taps the armor plate that has the note in it.
It was signed
V
with a
is for
V.
Vrood.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Admittedly, I was scratching my head trying to figure that out.
I don't like that Vrood knows my name.
Not great if he's aware of us. Like, specifically, other than a group of people chasing us.
Well, it's kind of hard for him not to be there. We've been kicking his ass and cleaning up his mess for months now.
They ran across Ustalov, ran from us every day. We are not slow, and they outpaced us every day. Now they turn and their teeth are sharp. They are changed suddenly. I cannot imagine why. But perhaps you will learn something from the captive.
He turns to one of the big alphas, nods to that one, and it steps forward and asks if you are ready to go now.
Oh,
Believe
shit.
so. Yeah.
We are.
Yeah?
Yeah.
As an aside, before we take off, in sign language, I signed to Kate. Kate, if we're gearing up for a big party, meaning fight, is it worth considering requesting help from the Shudderwood?
Yes. We have a lot of allies there at this point. The broken ones would be on our side. We've... I
Oh,
definitely think
yeah.
it's worth a try.
Let's do it.
Okay, I imagine you'll have to broker that conversation in peace between these guys and Sabrisa.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to have that family reunion. But, yeah.
On the plus side, they said that they would respect her control
Correct, yeah.
over the...
Yeah.
So at least there's that.
Oh, yeah, it's just convincing her of that. But, it'll be fine.
You did good, Kate. This conversation would have been so fucking short if it was just me and him.
Yeah, no. The werewolf gotta do the werewolf stuff, guys.
You big, me
Thank you.
big, me punch. You punch.
Just two
punch.
idiots with 10 int each,
Oh.
trying like flexing their pecs and being like, "Yeah, we're gonna go kill those little nerds."
What
to
do
the
you mean?
southwest."
What do you mean?
Oh no! Think you're dumber than me? Oh, I have a 12 int. Oh, he is successfully
vastly.
dumber than
Good
me.
job,
Okay,
Gaspar.
you beat him in a spelling bee. Congrats.
Yes, I get a sword now.
You can't lift it.
Toby, during all that, it got lost in the shelf. I didn't want to interrupt exposition, but I did roll a 21 knowledge religion to kind of start figuring out what deity
Oh, I see.
they're aligned with.
The demon wolves?
Yar.
Man, they are devil bonded, but you don't see a particular symbol. Probably what they have done is, and it's probably through those casters behind him. Those are probably demon or devil sorcerers. And demons and devils like to come to the material plane, sometimes for no other reason than to start shit, to fight, to eat, to
Sure.
feed. And they're willing to lend a certain amount of their power and autonomy. They basically bond. Each one of these beings you see with the fiery aura, the big Balrog guys, the giant wolves, you're looking at two souls sort of symbiotically combined. And the being that's in charge is sort of a hybrid of both of them. So you're not, when you're talking to them, you're not, and Adamaris is subtler. He has a slight red glow to his eyes, but that could just be dark vision. But he likely is bonded with something even more powerful, you would suspect.
Okay.
But his is just not visually apparent.
Sure.
It's contained, which also suggests that he is firmly in control of it.
Yeah, which is even more dangerous. I was also trying to get a feel for if I could tell if they were more chaotic or lawfully aligned to kind of get a handle on some of their motives, but that may not be available.
Well, nobody cast it, but basically every one of the demon wolves is chaotic evil.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did not even bother detecting.
No.
I was like, they are gonna radiate evil,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna look like an asshole in front of the evil guys for casting detect evil.
You guys are experts in these things. And Gaspar, you were like, you know what? For the first time in my career, I really feel like I don't need to bother. They just radiate. I am a predator, and anything not in my clan is food. They just glow with it. And they're very powerful, and they're very confident, and they're very, very happy to be those things. They're the most self-assured motherfuckers you've ever met.
Good for them.
And yeah, if the thing, but you also believe him. It's weird. He just said, he just feels like he has no reason to lie. Like, you have the ability to discern lies, and he's a 0 out of 10 on the lieometer.
We're beneath his need to lie.
Yeah. Why would he lie to you?
You made an honest man of him.
Somebody did. Some demon lord did. So and you believe that he absolutely would go back and murder everybody in the Shudderwood until he was at the top of the pile. And you believe that he absolutely would have eaten Kavalka's heart if he thought he could have. Mm-hmm. And he would absolutely turn on Sabrisa for a second. But chaotic evil doesn't mean that nothing means anything to you. It meant something to him that she is bonded with the Vilcasis. That means something to all werewolves. Especially his tribe, is very superstitious, very traditional, very tribal. They live very wild. And the Vilcasis is seen as their ancestor. And it may not actually be. It's not necessarily connected to lycanthropy at all. It is a wolf spirit. And that seems to be what they've locked onto. And so that might be enough for him to respect Sabrisa. Plus the fact that she's wicked smart and can cast chain lightning. Should be okay. She can handle these guys. probably, with the Vilcasis and the other clans underneath her, which they probably are by now. Because you guys killed the leader of the Silverfangs, and the Silverfangs killed the leader of the Prince's Wolves. So those clans are in disarray, and Sabrisa has the Vilcasis. So probably you will find out if you ever go back and look that she has united those three clans. She is friendly, very friendly with the Blackwoods. And so these guys are going to find that they have lost half their number. And man for man, they were as dangerous a clan as the Volensog. But they've lost half their people to the fucking cult. And they're going to return to find the other lesser clans unified against them. And so they're just going to have to deal with it, to accept it.
Glad we have good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So on that note,
go ahead, I was just going to say that's how Kavalka contained these guys. She looked at them and they looked at her like a stop sign and went, yeah, we can't. We can't be complete unhinged bastards and kill and eat everything we want because there's that barrier. And Sabrisa, you suspect, will be enough of a barrier.
So Kate, do we send a messenger envoy to go recruit from Shutterwood now?
I think it might be wise. Do we have... would one of them go? Do we have a quicker way to get word back? I mean, we have Rissa in theory if we could do that. I don't know. You could ask...
I think the Rissa might be close to off a cooldown, but I'm not for sure on that one. But
Okay.
other than that, it'd be the wolves.
Rissa cannot teleport across central Ardeal.
That's correct. Okay,
Forgot about that. Okay.
There's no contiguous forest.
That's true. I forgot about that, yeah. So it would be wolves or nothing.
Yeah, if these guys have a messenger that would be willing to go back and get word that we could use help.
That would take them weeks. And Chassel is within Kovira's teleport range, I believe.
Okay.
What's the range of teleport?
Oh, was it 100 miles plus level?
100 miles per caster level, yeah.
Per caster level, yeah.
Kovira can
Perfect.
teleport to Lepstad from right where she stands.
If we could get back there, we could ask... I mean, I could see whoever my clans got to send out from there, and then they could get word to the others while we're coming back.
They would need to be teleported back here,
Okay,
probably by
yeah.
Kovira,
Right.
to get here in any reasonable amount of time. Nobody can.
How many people can she teleport at once?
I want to say
Her
3 or
plus
4.
3, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless she ant hauls and then starts carrying them like little babies.
That's why I have it. So
Mhm.
I
We
will
go
maybe
get an
carry you.
army.
You gotta
It
go
is, like,
limp.
it is specifically for teleport. I know it's cursed, but
What if she casts Ant Hall Communal and she's carrying people that are carrying people?
Oh, no. Rules lawyer will fight you on that one.
imagine. Oh my god.
You know what? If you guys get that far into the weeds, I am going to appoint Tim as my opposing counsel, Josh, and you two can
Yeah.
just fucking hash it out. I'm
You
not
can just-
spending the time.
We're gonna go straight to the spirit of the law on that shit. That is not happening.
Straight to the letter of the law, bitch. Spirit your ass.
Damn,
Oh my
son.
God. You don't want to fight me on the letter, boy.
We cannot speak for the other clans, but can order whoever we need out of mine to come help. I'm sure they would want to anyway.
All right, Cap. How do we skin this pig?
What's the question?
To get any help from Shutterwood, if we want it, we're gonna have to probably spend Kovira time and probably Kate time. Kate's probably the only one that's gonna convince these people to do anything.
Just to be clear, what help from the Shutterwood are we hoping to get?
Bodies.
And spellcasters, preferably.
Yeah.
Do they have any spell like you're hoping like extra werewolves? Like more werewolves will help?
Yes, backup.
Yeah, if we're fighting hundreds of undead, plus 10 necromancers, plus their amazing screwed up shit that they've raised and built and constructed, we're good, and these demon ones are good, but extra help will be helpful.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's Kovira teleporting to the Shutterwood. That's one teleport. Then Kovira has to grab 3 people Or let's say she does some ant hall shenanigans and she gets 4, maybe 5. If we get really weird. Then we get 5 people and she teleports back. Sid, how many times, if teleport was the only 5th level spell you studied, how many times could you cast teleport in a day?
It would have been 3, but I have overland flight on.
Right,
So
right.
2.
But if you but if you rested and it was just like I'm only studying teleports for that
Then
level spell.
3 teleports.
Okay, so Kovira can bring back 3 to 5 people a day, depending on how weird we get with her holding werewolves by the scruff of their necks and Ant Hall teleporting them back.
That's fucking adorable. Can I hold them in my mouth? Anyway.
So, okay.
You could go get Costine. You've had him locked up for 6
Oh
months.
yeah.
So I can call.
He's immune
The
to being
bees?
undead.
People can ride on the Promethean.
You guys could call for help. You could try to get a couple soldiers that Kovira teleports back from Sabrisa, or maybe see if she will bring herself and help you. You could try your own bench, which includes Rissa, Conchetta, Curiosity, Farah, Fira, Joybridge, Savage, and Treyu. You could try the Gob Squad of Babu, Gash, Jaffo, Jub, Pudkins, and Puff.
No, LT would kill them.
Yeah.
You could try Costine. You could try Lien, who's been she's been Kendra's bodyguard for a while. She's probably going to stay at that. You could try Sana, which is a barbarian war priest of Sarenrae. These are the bench options you know of, if you want to get some extra bodies. But anybody you bring in that dies here is dead. That's going to be really deadly.
Yeah, do we want to... You want to bring in Rissa and we lose contact with her squad and then we're fighting zombie Rissa the next day? Can anyone in this Discord emotionally handle that?
Yes.
Rissa can't be turned into undead. She's a wood golem.
Oh yeah, she's a fucking wood golem.
Rissa, Costine are immune. Lien is immune to being turned into a ghoul or anything like that. She's a Dampier.
Yeah.
Some of them
Quiet
are...
would be good.
Yeah, Curiosity.
Or Curiosity, sorry, Quiet's different.
Same.
Yeah, Curiosity would be good.
Very similar person.
I might have missed this, but are we able to go to Chastel and get the Blackwoods?
The Blackwoods are not equipped to toe-to-toe the cult. Kate would be the first to tell you. She will probably not throw her son into this. And
Yeah.
the Chastel Guard, unless Mandy wants to correct me on that point, she's like, get in there, boy!
Well, he did kick ass last time. I would love to have him as an ally at some point, but I don't particularly want him to become a zombie.
Also, family legacy-wise, he is the
I know.
chief
Yeah.
of defense for Chastel while you're gone. He's
Yeah.
in charge. You could get Taylor.
Oh, and Miss Meanda.
LT would kill her too.
If Meanda brings the truck and there are more weapons in it.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, you can think about that, but do you want to go try to find this other locale he mentioned?
Yeah, we'll think
Let's roll
about
survival
gathering
checks.
allies.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail, but I wanted to think about it before we got too far down the road.
Yeah?
No, you're good. If Kate, if you can convince some of the, like the broken ones or any of the other goobers over there, we're never going to match these guys in a stand-up fight.
No.
But if we could just get more goobers to cause distractions and chaos, we could use that.
Yeah. The more of us there are, the more of them we will take out.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And I'm thinking at this level, we don't need beaters, we need spellcasters, we need beefers.
Yeah.
Toe-to-toe isn't going to get it done.
I don't want anything as bad as I want gunslingers. Okay? If we get 4 gunslingers and Elfrip or Kovira, it'd be like, they dimension door in above you 200 feet. above the pallbearer, and it's like Dismas and 3 of those werewolf sharpshooters we saw on the road in the snow, and all of them blast the shit out of a high-level undead. Maybe kill it, maybe not, but they're gone the next round. They just zip in, maybe kill a high-level zombie, zip out.
Oh, Toby, can we recruit Olbrin?
Can't afford him.
I know. I was just joking.
He has quite
I can't
literally much bigger fish to fry.
I can't afford
Yeah,
lunch.
he busy.
Let's go to the other locale.
Okay.
I'm mostly in for Gaspar's plan, specifically so that we can play Credence Clearwater Revival on the Relax You at max volume. Play some helicopter sounds too.
Could I have survival checks?
Not it.
Not me either.
Not it.
Be me.
Gasper and Kai and Kate.
Yep.
Kai, nice one. Still
not
gives +2.
I'm
Who
still
joined?
so good at it.
Good.
Oh, it's Harrison.
Hey, hey, Harry.
Hello, Harrison.
Nice.
You just missed 45 minutes of diplomacy.
Oh,
Werewolf diplomacy. We examined our hatred of dogs quite thoroughly.
I would be terrible at that. Glad.
It went well. The upshot is there's like 12 of these demon wolves left. We have a tenuous, I think that's the correct use of the word, alliance with them. And they said they got a cultist cooped up in a castle, and he's slowly turning into a werewolf, and that regenerative werewolf factor is the only reason he has survived yapping and saying things that normally would instantly kill him because of the cult's sort of, bullshit they do to their members, where if you reveal their secret, you instantly die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They
that's fucked.
Yeah. But he's going insane because he's turning into a werewolf and he's getting brain blasted by the cult.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now he's going to get brain blasted by Kate if she feels like going into that kind of mind.
Yeah. That's
Brave Kate.
gonna be a
Gonna
messy
need
mind.
therapy after that, more than I already do.
It's like going into a Walmart in southern Illinois after the weatherman says snow.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Well,
I'll-
if we do that interrogation, we're gonna close Foundry and we're gonna do it at peopleofwalmart.com. So,
Oh, no.
just so you have a sense of what's
What the
going on in
fuck?
this man's head. I'll tell you
I
later,
didn't know what
Josh.
that means, but that scares me.
Yeah. Okay, so with your survival checks, which are very good, 39 with the assist from Kate and Kai. And I'll give you guys your earlier history checks. They say 8 miles southeast, or they give you more like 15 or 20 miles southeast. There is a fortress on the river that is ruined, and your historians say that has got to be Tharvath Bastion, which was a noble's house and fortress that was lost during this conflict like 20 years ago. It's supposedly a really lovely property. Overlooks a beautiful curve of the river. So you look to the north, it's the river flowing by. You look to the east, it's the river flowing by. You look west and south, gorgeous Shutterwood style thick forest. And you're close to the road, is an ideal property. Unfortunately, everyone there was brutally murdered during the conflict 20 years ago. And nobody's lived there, and it's pretty well ruined. It was sieged at one point. Imagine a couple of rich dudes with hired armies sieging each other. That's what happened. It's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah. So, that's where you're headed. And how will you traverse the forest? The Alpha can fly, but he is currently walking since you can't.
Just gonna walk with him, I suppose.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to use Kai's token to represent where the party is. So we'll just have Kai and this giant werewolf walking down the road together.
La la
Me
la.
and who?
Don't say it, Graham. You can't fix him.
I wasn't thinking that, but yes, I can't.
You try to fix him. Sid tries to adopt him.
Oh.
Yeah, that noise. Sympathy for the devil. Literally.
Oh, very good.
But the devil is fluffy.
That could be the episode title.
Yeah,
It's pretty decent.
that is good.
And just listen to a bunch of whiny babies talk about how they got their butts kicked by a bunch of clothies. Embarrassing. Clothies with undead storm giants, though.
Necromancer is a broken fucking class.
It
Okay, I'm
is.
good.
It's
Good, I'm
broken.
good.
It's
I'm
broken.
good.
Yeah, it is.
If you're in a room with nothing, it's the worst class in the game. If you're in a room with 4 dead guys, you are God. You become God. It's just a spectrum of how many dead dudes you got around you.
Summoner, but all your summons immune to fort saves.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
stupid. All right, tangent.
Toby,
Keep rolling.
Yeah?
from the description that we got from what's his name? I don't remember it. Of what's happened to this guy, some kind of maybe heal check to understand what spells I might need to help,
Sure.
like restoration or something like. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and
Heal
roll
check.
that.
You think?
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Is Mandy
31?
still AFK? Okay, very good. Well, roll me a spellcraft also, Dinvaya. I'm just gonna
20.
roll knowledge local for Kite. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Roll out.
Roll out, Kate. So, Dinvire, you're imagining what could have ravaged this man's body. And lycanthropy does ravage your body. It basically turns you into like a ravenous, sprinting zombie for a week or two. You just overcome with aggression and hunger. You want to rip everyone's throat out and eat their fucking heart. You just... The reason lycanthropy has such a bad rap as a quote-unquote curse is that's what happens to people who contract it in the wild, especially strains like the demon wolves. The Blackwoods, it's like merged with their genetics, and it's just like red hair or tall or whatever. It's just a trait in their genetic code at this point. They don't go through that, and they haven't for generations. But that will be overpowering his mind. He will probably, most people, it's reported, in that phase, they call it the throes, the first 3 or 4 weeks that you have lycanthropy, and it's different every time because it doesn't really come to a head until the next full moon. That's the connection of werewolf lycanthropy to the moon. Not really that they turn into werewolves at the moon. It's just when you have lycanthropy and you're in the throes and there is a full moon, it tends to send it over the edge. And that's when you actually change shape. And the disease totally takes control. And some people just become mindless monsters at that point, like hyper-aggressive predators. So this guy is in the throes.
When's the next full moon?
Oh, like 3 days.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, of course
get
it
fucked.
is.
Get fucked. Get fucked.
Full
It's like
moons
4
are-
hours from now.
20 minutes. You got about 15 minutes. Better run. Better run.
Full moons have great dramatic timing.
Yeah. No, you
Yeah,
got a
apparently.
couple days. And your spellcraft checked in via 20. You can't imagine. I mean, you know a lot about these things, but the cult's level of paranoia and the level of hatred, frankly, that the cult endures, deservedly or not, on this planet for the last 1,000 years means that they are the most secretive, paranoid, invisible, stealthy, clever, disguised, subtle organization you could think of. They're unbelievably clever at staying hidden. You guys know more about them than anybody else alive, probably. And whatever they put on your brain with spells, safeguards, it could be psychological conditioning. He could be going bonkers just from whatever brainwashing they've done to him. The last one you spoke to in Speak with Dead, and she was still kind of resistant, even in that bizarre, broken state. And the only reason she was even conversant at all is because the demigod butterfly chose to spare her from any further agony. So this guy's going to be crazy. His mind will be full of IEDs, half or more of which will probably have gone off, because he will have ranted and raved in his crazy state and broken his oaths. And who knows what? The cult, the safeguard spells inside his head will have been attacking him for days. They say they caught him like 3 or 4 days ago. I'm getting dressed. You're getting dressed.
I'm not getting dressed. I'm undressed.
I'm
Sorry.
undressed. Get undressed. It's fine, Harrison. Just letting you know.
We're just glad to have you.
There's a lot of
So
dressing
glad.
and undressing in this house.
Yeah, there would be. That's fine, man.
Okay, so you think?
Glad you made it.
So you're saying that I'm not gonna be able to really dispel any of this stuff or disarm some of these traps, or
if these assholes put like a contingency lightning bolt in his brain, you could potentially dispel it. You could disarm the magical trap. Psychological stuff, that'd be years of therapy.
and that's Kate's realm anyway.
Yeah, she's not going to therapize him, I don't think. Gonna bake him. Like
What do you
cookie dough.
guys? What do you guys think about? Since the regenerative factor is keeping him alive, but also making him insane, what if we get the cultist to set off all of the tripwires in his brain while he's regenerating, and then we try and remove curse on him once all the tripwires are clear, and then we start asking him questions once he's de-werewolfed and all the tripwires are tripped. Or a
Yep.
better idea.
Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah.
What do I think the Ring of Truth would do to him, Toby?
Oh shit. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh no.
I mean, he might detonate.
Yeah.
It could. The thing is, if he's nonverbal, but if his mind is, yeah, I think that probably causes him to explode. But I don't know. We'll have to think about it. We'll try it.
Ring of Truth, brain bake him. See what happens.
Well, you don't probably need to do both. But
Sure.
being in the throes of lycanthropy, I mean, if lycanthropy has caused him to set off all the cult's traps, you could cure his lycanthropy. And then put the Ring of Truth on him. And the challenge then would be you'd be up against his resolve to not betray the cult, his personal resolve. These people are true believers. They willingly put these safeguards in their heads. That's part of why they're so effective.
Mm-hmm.
He said yes. Put the grenade inside my head.
What if he set off all of his tripwires already, we cure his lycanthropy, and then we disguise ourselves as his fellow culty wolties. We're literally wearing his goddamn robes. And then we're like, "Ah, yes, brother. Shall we continue scraping the flarbnarb?" And he'll be like, "We weren't scraping the flarbnarb. We were," and then he tells us everything.
Based on what you've seen, you would need a bunch of their code words, passphrases. You'd need to know what languages they speak. You'd need to know some names. I think, if I could, I don't even know if I want to remind you guys this, but I think you have the other cultist's head in a bag.
We do.
Oh, we do?
Bag of heads. Yeah.
Of course, Kate is carrying it, the diplomat. Is it this one? No. Is it this one?
Who's got the
What about
warrant for the
this
Whispering
one?
Way? I can't find that thing. And if we can't find it, how are we going to make a lawful arrest?
Yeah. I guess we have to let him go.
And just turn around. You guys don't go nowhere, all right?
Well, Merrick Garland says we just gotta let him go.
Oh, jeez, Dan. No, we're not going
Whispering
down that road.
Tyrant's president. Okay.
All right, let's go see what shape he's in. Do you really still have that head, Kate?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You get some street cred for that, I tell you what.
It's dark, man.
Thanks. And we're the least crazy. Well,
Yeah.
clan. Yeah.
Dark.
I mean, here, I still got this just in case it ever comes up.
Ugh.
What?
We really do have a
Detached
head
face
collection.
that
Oh
Vorkstag had.
gosh.
We found this in the swamp in a boat.
Ooh, let me make sure that shows up fully in the chat. There we go. Oh, God.
Uh.
I'm going to
Ugh.
close it because I don't want to look at it.
How do you close it for me? I'll just delete it.
Thank you.
You could? You just going to throw it in the woods finally?
No,
Oh.
I need it.
Oh. Oh. You delete it from chat. The character is keeping it.
Yeah. We have to
Why?
have our bag of gore.
Because my thinking is we could cast Disguise Other on the detached face, and it could be whatever face we want, and then you just pull it over your own head like Buffalo Bill, and boom,
Blah.
you're Orc
How about
Stag.
no?
Hey, Colbert's probably got the best disguise other disguise self.
Yeah.
I also have Oath of Anonymity that I've never used, but we won't go down that road.
Both.
Monstrous
also-
physique, cultist.
Yeah.
I also have 2 scrolls of Disguise Self and 1 scroll of Disguise Other. Just so you know.
We don't
Got
have
a
a
lot of goods.
potion of Remove Curse, do we?
Hey, I do have those scrolls as well. We might have
Oh,
enough.
fuck yeah. And potions. No, sadly not from me.
You have it as a scroll, you say?
Is lycanthropy a curse?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Some
Sounds like you
versions of
asked.
it, yeah.
Some
Damn, I wish I had
versions.
You
this.
could not.
I couldn't accept affliction,
Mm.
even though the spell wording that specifically mentions curses. And I'm not saying that to be like rules lawyer. It's like that legitimate question.
Oh boy.
I'm not doing it to be rules
I-
lawyery.
I couldn't just eat his lycanthropy.
I've got 3 scrolls of remove curse.
Okay.
And a scroll of tongues communal, if that comes up. Language barriers, whatnot.
The demon wolves version, since he was bit by them, the part that they can communicate is a magical disease that is treated as a curse. Kate is actually not contagious and could not have her lycanthropy removed by remove curse.
I was born this way.
Hashtag born this way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if we reincarnated
So
as a
you're
hobbit?
saying there's a
No, thanks.
chance?
Oh.
Okay, so you guys wander through the woods with this 10-foot tall, black furred werewolf Balrog man. He walks pretty effortlessly. He sort of, those of you with survival know that he automatically, without seeming to think about it, steps very carefully. He leaves virtually no track. He doesn't leave claw marks on any tree he leans on, doesn't step anywhere he doesn't have to. When the ground is very soft, he sort of spreads his wings and hop low altitude skips over things. He would be a bitch to roll survival on and follow, even if he were sort of traveling on land. See. And he leads you. You can see the gray walls before you even walk up to it. They stand out in this sort of wide, flat space by the river to the southeast. And you come at it, leads you on a path. He says the west side is just a 3-foot deep, muddy swamp. The river is flooded through there. And he leads you to the south door. And you can see that entire walls are collapsed, roofs have fallen in. It is raining inside part of the castle. But it once was probably a really well-defended fortress. It seems to be sort of 4 giant circular chambers, like cylinders, next to each other. Each one with thin, well-designed, well-built arrow slits facing out. And whatever tore down the walls was either very potent spells or possibly cannons.
Damn.
And he stops at the outskirts here, points to this pile of rocks here, and says, he's in there, back left, but you'll probably hear him.
Great. Thank you very much.
He says, "See you at the stones."
We'll be back soon.
And he moves off towards the river and gets farther away from Feldgrau, jumps into the air, and low flies over the water back north up to where his clan is.
Majestic. I have to stop romanticizing them.
You want to adopt one? You could have one as a pet if you want. It could be your familiar. It'd be
Unfortunately.
like a 10-foot
You
tall,
cannot
big, furry
have
familiar.
one
It'd be
as a
really
pet.
cute, and they have like glowing orange eyes.
We are
and
not deputizing a demon
nobody's,
wolf.
nobody's evil all the time.
Yes, yes, they are.
To be clear, this is this thing's first life.
First who?
This is this thing's first life.
Say it one
His
more
first
time.
life?
This first life, yeah, his first life.
Yeah, they're not the werewolves or the other guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the werewolves.
They are Shutterwood werewolves bonded with devils and demons, depending.
All right, you gotta. I have no qualms about. No, never mind.
Pharasma has dramatically less of a problem with things like that. They're not.
Yeah, I was gonna do the whole. Okay, you can get the dog, but you know you gotta feed it and whatever.
Yeah,
But
as long as it's not an
as long as
undead
it's not
dog.
that. Yeah.
Elbrim is not okay with getting dogs. I think I verge on better about the undead, and I really don't like undead either.
I love the
Just one
synchronicity
dog.
of our character quirks right now.
Also, Sid and I think, have a
We're
hard
gonna
stop.
quit soon.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Do you want to go in here or do you want to quit outside where you are right now?
We can go in there. We got another, 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
We can get started.
Okay. You're standing outside Tharvath Bastion.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think? We doing this straight up? We're just gonna go in there and get a hold of him and dispense with all the disguise as his friends bullshit?
Probably.
Or we can get real crafty with it.
I think we could just grab him.
Conserve our resources.
I also think if he's insane, we could take a couple of tries at it if we need to. He might not remember.
Mm-hmm.
Load save.
Yeah. Alright, let's do it. I gotta take some of these buffs down because I'm sure it's been more than 10 minutes.
It
Yeah,
is.
just-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
super bless at this point. What?
Always got it.
Okay, and then Anthole's gone. Well, sorry guys.
No, Ant Hall's 2 hours per level or some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
it is. It's okay. I'm gonna put it back up because I don't know why.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Yeah.
because the time. Okay.
the timer thing is not somehow
Look
registering
time.
that correctly.
Okay, and seeing. Hold on, seeing doesn't make sense either. 100 minutes. Minutes per level. No, that's probably gone.
Alright. Shield of Faith. In case he tries to bite me. I don't want to turn into Demon Wolf.
He is, as they always are during this phase, rabidly contagious. This is when werewolf outbreaks happen. It's when one person gets turned, goes nuts, and runs rampant through a community. Almost as bad as ghoul fever.
Is he on the other side of this door? Do we hear him?
As you walk down this
Oh, I didn't mean
hallway,
to click that.
you pass several shattered doors, broken walls, collapsed ceilings, and you hear a sort of thump, thump, thump and a low growl or groan through this wall to the left.
Anybody got hold person?
At this point, it might be hold monster rather than person. I don't know.
Elverpest hold person.
Good point.
Yeah, I've got a scroll of it if we need it.
That's probably better than a wand.
You might as well use a wand. You've had it forever, right?
Yep. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, they're both going to be as low level as they're built, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Here's what I think we do. I'm gonna block this door and hold him in this room. And then you guys are gonna fucking blast him with hold person, and I'm gonna try and grab him. We're just gonna magically and physically restrain him until something sticks.
Wait, who's
Our
using
monster?
hold person? I thought. Who's using it?
Fucking everybody who's got it.
Okay.
Blast him like 4 times with it.
Alright.
What's this door made of?
Wood and iron.
Fascinating. I got it. I can pick this lock.
Oh, it's locked from this side.
Yeah.
You just shatter
I
it?
hit it with curator. Yeah.
Okay. Adamantine cuts through old, worn, rotted wood like butter and cuts through rusted iron almost as easily. The door shatters.
Oh. Rah.
And you can roll initiative.
Hey, where are you going?
Sorry, I thought we were just kind of blasting it.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
It was a very funny voice line for hold person.
Yeah.
Josh, your initiative did not roll.
Didn't advise it. I force it. Oh.
Yeah, macro seems to be broken.
Piss. Well, I rolled a 5 for you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So nice. Well. Guess who goes first?
Cool. Say less.
Oh.
Me.
Dismas, blow his head
Alright,
off.
Yeah.
If you blow his head off, I'll Venmo you $10.
No.
That'd be so
If you absolutely annihilate all potential of plot, I will reward you.
Party is unfortunately. I'm gonna have to squeeze and take a. I'm gonna squeeze past people. I'm like, excuse me, pardon me. I squeeze 15 feet and share a space with Elfrip, which I think lessens the negatives a little bit. But I definitely. What is it? -4 if you're sharing a space with someone to like everything.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
You're both squeezed.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna blow his head off.
I'm gonna try. I have bullets for you. Hold on.
Are you actually
Is this
aiming your gun at it? Because if you are, I'm going to give Gaspar a reflex check to stop you.
Yeah. Yes, I am. And if he,
Gaspar?
yes.
It looks like Dismas has gone into instant kill mode. Is that what you're looking for?
Are you gonna shoot it?
Were we talking to this one?
No! We're
Oh, shit.
restraining him and baking his mind. Do not shoot. Please hold your fire. Go tackle that sumbitch.
Then I use.
You're about to get another 150-point crit.
Elfrip just puts his hand up and points the gun down at the ground.
I use a very unused gunslinger trait that I've been hanging out with.
Oh.
I think I have it. It's the one that lets me shoot a specific body part.
Oh, okay. Which body part?
Let's see. Um. Oh, it's a full round action, and I had to move.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. Do you want this CMB check then, or are you just tackling?
Yeah, I'll tackle.
Okay. You run in and grapple him. He gets an AOO and tries to claw your face off. You avoid that using your armor, but he is growing some werewolf-like claws, and
That's.
you run in and grapple him.
I attempt to grapple him. I run
You
by and
do.
I'm like, I think I'm the best one to do this.
You guys see Dismas just lean Ravadra against the wall and lunge at the man and spear tackle him to the ground. Takes a claw strike straight across Dismas' chest, but the armor deflects it, doesn't seem to do any harm. And Dismas gets around and has him in half of a neck lock, like a half Nelson, going for the full on his next turn. And then it's the cultist's turn. And he wilds out, and you feel a surge of magic energy as he digs his claws into your armor. It's not piercing your skin, but he like roars and babbles, and you see spittle and blood and snot fly out of his face as he just writhes back and forth. And you can make a save. Fort save.
Me?
You. For grabbing him. Let's see, that's going to be... You... I've never seen anybody do it this way before, but you kind of know what he's doing. You feel a fort save, like a bone shaker spell, trying to shake your bones apart, trying to shake your body apart, and you resist it.
Shit.
Is it fort partial? Yeah.
Yeah. Half him.
So you take... what's he got? For 2 caster levels, he technically still has quite a bit. Okay, so you only take this. This is already halved. It's garbage. He rolled piss on 46. Well, were they wrestling?
Love this part of the job. Stop! Stop it! Come here! Tackle it.
You also tackle him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, between the two of you, you have him pinned. Party is actually out of combat. Gaspar and Dismas are just holding him flat against the ground. Face down. He is snarling, and you saw kind of something come over Dismas, but Dismas shook it off and just pushed his face into the floor harder. And then
Stop
Gaspar,
resisting.
Gaspar
Yells
ran
that.
and piled on. Stop. And you have subdued him, and we'll pick it up there next time.
Woo.
Cool.
We got his ass.
Woo!
Nice tackle, son.
All right, Sid and I gotta go. We have a friend coming over.
Okay.
But very good session, everybody.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
thanks, y'all.
everyone. I'm proud of
Thank you.
myself for reducing my and very thankful for everyone else for reducing also.
Yeah, we got
This
so much shit done.
There was a significant reduction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Indeed. Read.
You picking up what we're putting down there? Okay, I'll just stop the recording.
Mm-hmm.